Yeah.
All right, we are ready. It's Friday night. It's high school football time. And tonight it's the Caldwell County Tigers and the Graves County Eagles live here from Tiger Stadium. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, and Ty Englebright with you tonight to bring you all the action. Bob, good to be back. A tough loss last week, but I think a lot of positives in that we'll be able to talk about in this pregame show. The pregame show, of course, is brought to you by McGregor Group Heating and Air, owned and operated by Javen McGregor. McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer high-quality products and have a highly qualified staff to get the job done right. So visit them at 950 Varmint Trace Road or call 270-896-5044 today. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton. Glad to have Javen and his new business on as our pregame sponsor. Bob, anything you want to say before we take a break and come back and take a look at the offenses?
Well, the only thing that I can think of, Dennis, right off the bat, I know we've had a week to improve on our offensive side of the ball, trying to get something going and maintain something. Last week's offensive performance, except for a couple of drives, we didn't play very well, but 2 drives, we took it down the field and scored in the second quarter. And then we had a 18-play drive in the third quarter that resulted in a field goal. And Joby, on those 2 drives, looked really efficient. Everybody held their assignments, completed their assignments, and I'm looking for that to be more involved here tonight against a team that, to me, is not as good as Christian County, not as fast, certainly. I think their speed really hurt us last week while we were playing offense. So I look for us to be better on offense tonight. Our defense is strong, comes up against a tough Graves County team that manhandled Murray last week, even though Murray picked up 370 yards on the ground. But when we come back, we'll talk about what we think we have to do to move the ball on Graves County and what we have to do on defense to stop their attack.
All right, we're going to do that. We're going to take a quick break here in the pregame show, then we'll be back and take a look at the offensive side on both the Caldwell County Tigers and Graves County Eagles in tonight's game. So we'll do all that in 2 minutes. So stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
It's time for Tiger Football on your hometown radio station, WPKY. Sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Echo Trolleys at Eddie Creek Marina, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Clemson Electric Plant Board, Fredonia Valley Bank, Pennyroyal Rural Electric, Planters Bank, Tri-Hughes Incorporated, Fortner Gas Company, AFC A&W, Princeton Drug Company, Sanders Gatherings, and the Woodall Agency. Now let's go to the field with Dennis Stevens and Bob Hayes to bring the live broadcast of Tiger Football here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tigers.
And we are back at Tiger Stadium getting ready for kickoff tonight. It's the Caldwell County Tigers and the Graves County Eagles here at Tiger Stadium. Bob, we've looked at the internet some tonight. We've checked out newspapers, polls, everything. This is kind of a pick'em game tonight. It depends on who you talk to. Of course, Graves County, a 5A school coming in on a big win over Murray last week. Caldwell faced another 5A school last week in Christian County, a team that actually dropped a spot in the poll even after the win last week. So we're facing a bigger school, but a lot of people have the Tigers picked tonight.
Well, I've been thinking if you get down to having 10 people pick the game, Dennis, you're going to have 5 Caldwell and 5 Graves. The Graves people, probably because of their win last week, not giving credit to who the opponents were. In our case, Christian County, and Graves County's case, Murray. So we've got to be on our game tonight. Obviously, what we want to do is be able to complete some passes. Again, mentioning Joby's game last week, 16 out of 27. 1 interception for 170-plus yards. Really was not a bad night for the young man. Over 50% completion rate. Only threw the 1 interception. But he was under pressure a lot when you dismiss those 2 drives where he got most of his completions in those drives. So when Christian County brought the heat last week, we just really didn't have an answer. Hopefully tonight, the quickness and speed of Graves is not anywhere near what Christian showed us last week.
Now, Graves is going to bring some size, but definitely not the speed that Christian County brought last week. Bob, I had a chance to listen to you and Coach Barnes last Saturday morning on the Saturday Morning Quarterback, which you can check out tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on WPKY. But Coach Barnes was really pleased with the play of 5 new linemen in a game, but he said after the score that they kind of went to sleep a little bit or didn't really go at it as hard as what he wanted. He wants them to play every down as hard as they can play, and he said there was a little bit of a lull after that first scoring drive last week.
Well, and I think that's just nature taking over there. These kids had not seen much varsity experience except in really, really mop-up roles. And when you get them in there and they had the success that they did on that touchdown drive, it becomes, I think, possibly easier. They think it's easy, and they go out there and they let their guard down a little bit. And Christian County, having been scored upon, ramps up another notch. And we obviously saw what happened. We had trouble defending them, keeping them out of the backfield. Joby having to scramble a little bit more than obviously what we want him to scramble. So it's just a simple matter of we got to play 100% on every play, and I know Coach Barnes drilled that into them this week of practice.
And also taking a look on Caldwell County on the offensive side, Joby had a decent game. You talked about his stats, touchdown pass. The offensive line seemed like they gelled pretty good at times in that game, but then you can't pass every down. We have to run the ball a little bit, and last week the run game was almost non-existent. In fact, the first half, I think in your first half stats, we had negative running yardage in the first half. 5 kids carried the ball last week. 3 of them officially had negative yardage in Jaggers, Jameer, and Trail Riley, all in negative yardage. Only Caleb Burden with 19 yards rushing and Dylan Gray with 28 were on the positive side. So that line has got to open up some holes and at least get a little bit of a threat of run in there to go along with that pass.
Well, we definitely have to have the run. We had Caleb Burden had 2 runs last week of just about 20 yards, 10 yards each. And I think they have to get him in the game a little bit more. Dylan was a workhorse. Had a bunch of tackles on defense, carried the ball several times, had four pass receptions. So Dylan was everywhere last week, and we'll have those 4 or 5 kids going both ways tonight again. And also Graves County will only have 2 going 2 ways. The quarterback plays linebacker on defense, and one of the ends is in the secondary for Graves County. So they get a chance to, especially those great big kids that are on the line, their line averages, when you talk about their 5 starting interior offensive linemen, they average 275 pounds and are 6'2". So we're going to have some quickness. We're going to have to be able to shoot the gaps. I'm not sure, but what happened last week was Graves aired the ball out through the air and picked up a ton of yards that way. So maybe their offensive line not very good at opening holes. Let's hope that's the case.
And one thing I think Caldwell County is going to be able to capitalize a little bit on tonight, you and I have talked about it the last 2 seasons as part of Coach Barnes' offense that he runs here at Caldwell. Caldwell's run game is actually just a little bit of dump passes. They use the pass in the flats, the screen passes, just as much as part of their run game as actual handoff. So last week, Christian County really snuffed that out. They were closing in on that. They had it set up. That's part of the reason that Joby was getting chased a little bit, because of the coverage being so well. It gave the line time to get back on him, and he had some trouble with that. But you would think with their size tonight, they're not going to be as quick as Christian County, and those throws out in the flat and those screens are going to work a little bit better tonight.
Well, and that's obviously true, Dennis, with Joby not wanting to throw into coverage when those Christian County backs jumped our receivers. You're right. Our pass to the flats just an extension, like a 15-yard handoff, so to speak. And when you got cornerbacks with the quickness and the speed that Christian County had, they were jumping our receivers, and Joby just did not wish to throw into coverage. And when he did throw, Jameer had probably 8 catches last week, and a bunch of those catches resulted in yards after the catch. So he was determined. Coach Barnes this morning praised him on his ability to run excellent routes, get open, catch the ball, and do something with it. So our other receivers have to have that same mentality tonight, because I believe if you get open, Joby will find you.
Yeah, he's got a good arm and a good field awareness about him. And we got to mention one thing about Graves County. You mentioned the size of their line, and they do have some big kids, but they're playing a backup quarterback. Their starting quarterback, Mathis, one of the highest rated in this end of the state, hurt, not expected to play tonight. He is dressing and can play, but their backup, Cody Goatley, went 21 out of 31 for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Murray.
And I wonder what the Murray secondary was like with their coverage. The 2 touchdowns I saw on the Channel 6 News last Friday night, when those balls were caught by Graves County, nobody from Murray within 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. I just can't think that will happen tonight with the ability we have in our secondary. Our free safety, Gabe East, is everywhere.
Yeah, and Cole Baker had a whale of a night last week. He got to Christian County's quarterback 2 or 3 times, so I look for Cody Goatley to have a little bit more pressure maybe than he did against Murray. We are about 14 and a half minutes away from kickoff on this one. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and look at the defenses for both sides. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show here on WPKY, so stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger. And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. This is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We're live here at Tiger Stadium. It's Caldwell County and Graves County tonight in high school football. Bob, we had a chance to talk about the offensive for both sides. The defense is what really stood out last week for Caldwell County. That's about as well as a defensive bunch can play. You had people making hits. You had people pressuring the quarterback, making big plays, had a couple of fumble recoveries. It was just a defense that played so well. They played, according to Coach Barnes, to paraphrase him, they played well enough to win the ball game.
And they did. When you look at Christian County had something like 42 rushes for 140 some odd yards, less than 4 yards a carry. The quarterback, highly touted Colby Lange, 7 out of 14 for something like 75 yards.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a little bit less than that, in fact.
And 2 of those passes, one went for the touchdown, and then on their drive that they scored, he had a 4th and 9 that we flushed him out of the pocket, had him running for his life, and he pulls up, finds an open receiver, and Christian County converts, and they go on down and score the first points of the game. So those 2 passes accounted for 80+% of Christian County's yards last week through the air. So our defense got after them, made play after play after play, and Christian County had probably 6 or 7 3 and outs last week. We were that good and that stout on defense. They just couldn't puncture us. And when they had the touchdown pass, we were in some kind of defense where we were looking to maybe rush the line of scrimmage or dare them to throw the ball, but they got a guy wide open past our. We were probably had 11 men in the box, and once the big back got past, and we thought the ball was overthrown.
Yeah.
Had a lot of air under it. The back was able to run under it, fingertip catch it, and that's how Christian County got their second touchdown to go into halftime last week, leading 14-7. So I'm very, very keen on our defense and looking to see how Graves County will choose to attack it.
Bob, we're going to stay with it and keep the camera on the field this week, and we're going to play the national anthem. We'll be right back to talk a little bit more about that Caldwell defense, so stay tuned as we play the national anthem here at Tiger Stadium. And we are back live here at Tiger Stadium. Bob, another great job by that Caldwell County Band of Pride, and we are going to showcase the Band of Pride at halftime this year as they take it from that first game last week right up to their stage set for marching season coming up in just a few weeks. So a great job by the Tiger Band of Pride tonight.
We note that they are in their summer uniform shorts and not yet quite ready to put the full gear on to do what they do, but we've enjoyed the band the last 4 years here, seeing them come back to prominence with the awards that they've been winning and just the shows they put on here at halftime in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, I hope we get some information on the band. We're going to try to get to that the closer they get to their marching season, kind of highlight what their performance is about and some of the key players in the band this year. Getting back to a look at the defense, though, we had some kids last week for Caldwell County that just stood on their head defensively. You got to start, I think, with Cole Baker, even though he was third in tackles last week. A kid that size getting that much pressure on Lange last week was just really impressive, and when he got him, he made the hit.
And when you become successful like that, Dennis, against a quality opponent like Christian County, even though Graves County is much bigger than Christian was, that quickness that Cole has, that strength that he has, is something that's hard to overcome. I don't care how big you are. Quickness might take away some of that rush or edge, but I expect Cole to have another strong game tonight.
I think he will. And then let's take a look at some of these tackles from last week. Hunter Van Hoosier, 15 tackles in week one. He's a kid that you come to expect that from. If he's got single-digit tackles, you wonder, hey, what happened with Hunter last night? He only had 8 or 9 tackles. That's how good a player that Hunter Van Hoosier is.
And then on top of that, our other linebackers, I mentioned Dylan Gray a while ago, playing both ways, but Will Bashir had 10 tackles and 2 sacks. Cole had 2 sacks last week. So we were getting to the quarterback, and that's something that we hope that we can see that happening again tonight for us. Our ability to penetrate, put the pressure on the quarterback, and not having played a lot back there might make him rush and throw some balls he probably shouldn't be throwing.
And then you've got to look at the play from the linebackers all the way to the defensive backs. Lange, to be a Mr. Football candidate, only 7 out of 14. I think it was less than 60 yards, maybe even less than 50 yards last week. So Caldwell County really shut him down. We've got some shutdown corners.
We have
Caldwell County, plus you've got East in the backfield. And it's going to be hard for anybody to have a lot of success this season if they're trying to throw long on those guys.
If they're going to have, with Gabe being a free safety and Dylan Cavanaugh, the strong safety, Dylan really quick, fast, can make up a lot of ground in a hurry, Dennis. So I'm looking forward to seeing what our cornerbacks, our linebackers, and our safeties can do against this Graves County offense.
Now you take a look on the other side of the ball. Graves County defensively did give up some yardage last week. They get to the stats I had here for them. They had gave up 24 points to a Murray team that's rebuilding a little bit. So you look for Caldwell County to maybe have some chance for success if they gave up 24 to a rebuilding Murray Tiger team. It's going to be fun to see what Caldwell County can do against that tonight.
I'm just can't wait for this game to start. We got about 5 minutes. Captains are going out right now for the coin toss. And number 70, Adam Goodacre. Number 40, Boyce Nichols. Number 80 is Cameron Traylor. Number 35, Will Bashir. Another group of seniors acting as captains tonight for the Tigers. So we're glad Coach Barnes is doing that.
And while you watch and see who got that, we'll go ahead and have our prayer tonight, and you can let us know how the coin toss goes. We do this every week, and we hope everybody will join with us. Lord, thank you for a beautiful night to play football here. We ask your protection around all the kids that take the field tonight, whether it's band, managers, football, cheerleaders. We just ask your protection on each child, each student that takes the field tonight, and also we ask your blessings on the efforts that they put forth all week to prepare for what they're able to do on Friday night. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. The captains, as Bob said, are on the field right now. We are just over 4 minutes away from kickoff here tonight. Crowd starting to roll in. Big crowd here. Graves County brought a pretty nice crowd again. Christian County had the bleachers filled up last week. Another good turnout by the visiting team this week. And the introductions are made down there. We want to remind you you're listening to the McGregor Heating and Air pregame show here on WPKY. And a reminder, we are streaming live at WPKYonline.com. Bob has an eye on the official at the center of the field.
So far, no signal, but he keeps looking at our side. Maybe we won the toss, but we don't have any signal yet.
Tigers are in the inflatable tunnel down by the cab building end of Tiger Stadium, ready to come out. This is the second of back-to-back home games. From here on out, we're going to have to get the van warmed up most weeks coming up. I think 4 out of the next 5 on the road for the Tigers. Next week at Hopkinsville, Stadium of Champions against the Hopkinsville Tigers.
The Tigers did win the toss and will defer to the second half. And we'll find out where the Caldwell County will be kicking off from the west end zone, the highway side, to the cab building side. Graves County will be at that end of the field.
And that's a little bit of strategy that paid off for Caldwell County last week. Came out after halftime only trailing, 14 to 7, and had the ball to start the second half. So Caldwell County going with the same strategy here tonight as they get ready to take the field. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the McGregor Heating and Cooling pregame show. We want to welcome McGregor Heating and Cooling to our programming. Javen McGregor leads that group, and they can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installation for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer a high-quality product and have highly qualified staff to get the job done right the first time. So give Jalen a call at 270-896-5044 today. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton. We'll be back in 2 minutes to kick this one off, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Keisha Fulcher, CEO for Community Medical Clinic, located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day, and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. Patients are welcome with all insurances or with no insurance. Not able to come into the Princeton location? Then we have 2 other clinics Our new downtown location in Hopkinsville at 1102 South Virginia Street and Fort Campbell Boulevard in Oak Grove. Community Medical Clinic, providing healthcare services at your convenience at no extra cost.
Mobile Deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank. Member FDIC.
Big day?
Yeah, I have a lot on my plate.
I can see that. McGriddles, hash browns, and a coffee?
Well, I do have a big to-do list.
Well, I have a big to-do list, too. Crispy hash browns, fluffy eggs.
That's your to-do list?
I'm part of it. I also have crispy bacon, flaked biscuits, fresh...
No matter what your day brings, there's a McDonald's for every morning. Choose your favorite on the new breakfast value menu, featuring a sausage burrito and sausage McMuffin for $1.19 each. At participating restaurants cannot be combined with combo meals.
McGregor Group Heating and Air, we are so proud to be a part of this community. We want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you for all of your heating and air needs. McGregor Group Heating and Air specializes in residential, new construction, and light commercial installations. Also servicing most makes and models. We offer fast service with a polite and friendly staff. We provide our customers with a peace of mind by offering the best warmth in the industry, along with high-quality products. McGregor Group Heating and Air is located at 960 Walnut Trace here in Princeton. Give us a call today. 044. We're the company who needs to take company.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium, underway here in Princeton as Caldwell County kicks off. It goes into the end zone, be a touchback, and Graves County will start their first possession from the 20-yard line. And, Bob, we are underway.
And we'll get to see how our defense performs right off the bat, Dennis.
This should be a close game. A lot of people have it as just a toss-up tonight. We'll see if that defense can stand up to the standard they set last week against a tough Christian County team. Cody Goatley is going to be under quarterback or under center for Graves County. He'll go shotgun with three receivers to the left, one to the right, and there's going to be motion right off the bat by Graves County. That will back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Eagles. So a good start for the Tigers. Pins them back on the 15-yard line, 1st and long. They keep the same formation. One receiver to the right, three to the left. One back in the backfield. We'll try to pick his number up. That should be number 37. Handoff to number 37 up the middle, stop there by Caldwell County. That's number 72, Cole Baker, and number 24, also in the tackle, Dylan Gray. Two familiar names you'll hear a lot tonight on the broadcast.
And 0 net yards on that gain, so it remains now 2nd and 15.
That handoff was to Gabe Harned, a senior running back for Graves County. Goalie back to pass. He's got a receiver complete at the 23. Gets up across the 25 before he's brought down at around the 27-yard line. Trell Riley on the stop for Caldwell County.
Pickup of 2 yards on that pass play.
3rd and 3 now for the Eagles. It's the ball spotted on the 27-yard line. Two receivers each side with Harned in the backfield with Goatley. Caldwell County almost offside. They were able to get back. Goatley looks like he wants to change his play. Play clock down to 3. Let's see if they get this off. It looks like Graves County is going to have to call timeout. Goatley didn't like what he saw, so timeout is called by Graves County. Bob, early on, these possessions, I know it's early in the game, but these are really important possessions. If Caldwell can stop them right here, they should pick up pretty good field position.
And if what we've got to do is something that we talked about in the pregame show, is that we've got to be able to field these punts and keep the ball from bouncing another 15, 20 yards down to our end of the field, which happened last week. I think Christian County's quickness caused that to happen.
Yeah, I remember hearing Coach Barnes talk to you about that Saturday morning, and he's wanting, when we get in that situation, he's wanting Trail or Jameer to field those and not let them bounce like you said. So hopefully we can bring up a punting situation here. 10:47 left in the first quarter. Graves already had to burn the timeout.
And we do notice that Mitchell Harrelson, number 44, is in at nose guard on this first series of play.
Yeah, taking the spot he played quite a bit last week, I think. So.
Yes, and
but Graves County has a big line. They've got that backfield full. They put 3 in motion, but they're all going to be in motion forward, which is another flag. So that's going to back Graves back up 5 yards and should make it 3rd down and 8. You could tell they were going to run the ball by the formation, but 3 players in motion at one time forward. So now they're going to go to more conventional pass plays set up with 3 receivers or 2 receivers split to the right. Goatley over on the side picking up the play. He's going to keep Harnett in the backfield. Goatley will go out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Low snap. He picks it up. He's got a little bit of pressure. Screen pass almost intercepted. It's incomplete.
That was a dangerous pass, Dennis, right up the gut into about 4 or 5 players, both Graves County players and Caldwell County Tiger players.
Caldwell County's linebackers really had that one figured out. They got the pressure from the screen. They let Cole Baker, or not Cole Baker, what is that number? I'm trying to pick up. Anyway, he let the line, that is Cole down there, he let the line get through, had the pressure on him, so it is going to bring up a punt situation. Caldwell County puts Trail Riley back, fumble on the play, and it's down on the ground, picked up by number 3, and it's a touchdown, Caldwell County. Dylan Cavanaugh, Johnny on the spot. Cavanaugh picked it up at about the 8-yard line. The punter looked like he had the ball, Bob, and just went to put it out in front of him and dropped it. Took a good hit as he was trying to recover it. And there was Cavanaugh for the pickup and the launch right into the end zone from about 8 yards untouched. Caldwell County with a big play on the board, 6-0.
A defensive touchdown for the Tigers. It's good to see us with the ability to score on defense.
Boyce Nichols is going to set up for the point after. Caldwell County trying to get their players in. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:33 left in the first quarter, Caldwell County on the board first. It's the Tigers 7, the Eagles 0. We'll be back with more action. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
The dog days of summer have arrived, but at Fredonia Valley Bank, the weather does not slow us down. We are continually finding ways to make your banking easy and accessible through mobile banking, internet banking, phone transfers, and even more. So yes, you can get the heat with the touch of your fingertips. We love seeing our customers, but when it's this hot out, you may find modern technology as a way to take care of your finances and free up your valuable time. Come by today and let Fredonia Valley Bank introduce you to some of our new banking products and let us show you how your money can work for you. Fredonia Valley Bank, 602 Cassie Avenue in Fredonia and 226 Commerce Street in Edible. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric.
And we are back at Tiger Stadium as Caldwell County takes the lead 7-0. Nichols puts the ball in play. It's a low line drive kick. Bounces at the 25, picked up at the 15. He's up across the 20, the 25, still on his feet. Picks his way out across the 35-yard line. For Caldwell County, the tackle is made by number 80, Cameron Traylor. But decent field position for Graves County to start their second possession of the night as they'll take over at the Graves County 36-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see what the Eagles try to do on the second possession. They were unsuccessful running the ball. Let's see if they go to the air a little bit more.
Two receivers each way. Handoff is to Harnett up the right side. Maybe picks up a couple.
Very little yardage.
Good job by the Tigers to get over there and squeeze that one out. Look like 35 in on the action there. That is Will Bashir. Pick up of 2, 2nd down and 8 for Graves County as they bring 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver far side. Harnett in the backfield. Blitz by Caldwell County, picked up, ball tipped, and it's incomplete. Caldwell County brought the blitz up the middle, and Goatley had to get rid of it. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 3rd down and 8 now for Graves County.
And looking in the backfield when that pass was thrown, we had everybody covered. I'm not sure whether that pass would have been intercepted or not, but we had really great coverage on these receivers.
Yeah, you've got Trail and Jameer Riley on the wideouts. Also Kavanaugh in there too. Snap is low, but goalie picks it up, drops back. Pass is complete at the 40, up to the 44-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 3, that's Dylan Kavanaugh, and it'll bring up 4th down as they did not get the yardage they need. They're going to be about a yard short, it looks like, Bob, maybe a little bit over. We'll call it 4th and 2 for Graves County. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. They've got to get to the 46. They bring an extra tight end in. Bunch formation. Keeper by Goatley lowers his head. Let's see if he gets it.
I'm sure he did, probably by a yard.
And they are going to signal 1st down, I think.
Probably at the 47-yard line.
Good push by Graves County. They did pick it up. It will be a 1st down for the Eagles. That's a tough play to stop when you consider the size that Graves County brings over on that offensive line, and then you bring in an extra tight end to the play. All those kids are averaging around 275, I think it was, so
exactly.
A big line.
So you can just push them a yard or so off the ball.
He comes in with a 2-back set now. Handoff is to number 7. Good hit in the backfield. That's number 6. On the stop, Caleb Burden came out of his linebacker position, got in the backfield, and it throws him for a loss. Looks like about 4-yard loss on the play. So good play there by Burden. 2nd and long. They're going to call it officially a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15 now for Graves County. Snap is back. He fakes a handoff. Little pass out into the flat, complete at the 40, but a lot of blue jerseys over there. He's not going very far. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
And I
Burden in on the tackle again.
I think you're correct. Dennis, pass for no gain.
3rd down and long for the Eagles. 8:07 left in the first quarter. Caldwell County's defense picking up where they left off last week, Bob.
Looking great so far.
Graves County's got 2 receivers each way. Harnett in the backfield with Goatley. Tigers drop east back. Goatley over the middle. Incomplete. Nice coverage there by Caldwell County. That was Burden again on the coverage.
And I don't understand that play, Dennis. That was a pass, really 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. He catches it. He's going to be tackled immediately, still needing 10 yards for the 1st down. So,
yeah,
kind of a suspect play call, in my opinion. But we'll take it.
So Graves County will drop back for the punt. 4th down and long. We'll put Trail Riley back. He's standing at the 20. This time kick is up. Kind of wobbly kick going towards the sideline. Now it's fielded at the 25 by Trail Riley. He's going to come back near side. Back at the 24, rounds the corner. He's got some room now up across the 40, the 50. He's got one blocker in front of him and out of bounds. Nice run by Trail Riley. He takes it into Graves County territory. And it's going to be marked at the 27-yard line. A nice patient return there by Trail Riley. He fielded the ball far side on the visitor sideline almost. Brought it all the way around, rounded the corner, and had a blocker in front of him. 2 Graves County guys was able to outmaneuver on the block and get over to Trail, but a nice return. And now Joby Jaggers gets his first turn tonight with the offense. 1st and 10 at the 27 for Caldwell County.
We certainly corrected that mistake we had last week on covering punts.
Handoff is to number 2, Jameer Riley. He hits a bump, bounces off, still on his feet, and he's going to be thrown for a loss all the way back at the 37-yard line. The hole really closed quick on Jameer. He hit it, bounced, and kind of stumbled. And there's a flag down on the far side. I thought it was a little bit of a late hit. We'll see if we get that called, but the flag thrown back at the 30-yard line. And it is a personal foul against Graves County. I guess that late hit was enough to draw the flag. So a big break for the Tigers after a bad run on the play. They're going to pick up some yardage. Referee's talking to the Caldwell County offense right now. They'll step this one off. And the ball's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. So first down for Caldwell County. That's a Little Caesars first down as Caldwell County gets the ball at the 21-yard line for this play. Trip set to the right, one receiver to the left. Jaggers flushed out of the pocket and thrown down all the way back at the 35-yard line. Big rush there by Graves County. We're going to mark that at the 34, Bob, so loss all the way back from the 21 to the 34. That's 13 yards on the loss. Jaggers goes with three receivers now to the far side. Handoff is up the middle. Dylan Gray bounces off one tackler, gets it up across the 30 to the 27-yard line. Let's call it to 28 as the official spot. Nice run by Gray.
Pickup of 6 yards on that play.
Third down and 11 for Caldwell County. Jaggers in the backfield with Gray. Two receivers each side for the Tigers. Jaggers takes it, looks over the field. He's got time this time, lets loose. And a great catch inside the 10. That was number 9, Oliver Parker, went up in traffic right over the helmet of the defender. That's one of the best catches you're going to see all year long. Great catch by Oliver Parker. Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County all the way up to the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Tigers. Handoff is up the middle to Gray. Bounces off a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Caldwell County. 6-yard run by Dylan Gray pushes Caldwell's lead out to 13-0 with 5:56 left in the first quarter. Bob, we'll be talking about that catch from Oliver Parker for a while this season. That set up that touchdown.
Oliver has tremendous hands. Another example how good Joby delivers that football and the area where it was delivered to. Only Oliver could make that catch.
Kick is up for the extra point, and it is good. So with 5:56 left in the first quarter, it's the Tigers 14, the Eagles nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Pennyroyal Electric has been serving the electric-powered needs of the Pennyroyal area since 1937. We have always been member-owned and dedicated to providing the best electric service at the lowest possible rates. Whether you live in a city or in a rural area, operate a small business or a major manufacturing plant, Pennyroyal Electric is committed to providing all members with the finest technology and personalized service. And we do more than sell and provide electricity. We are your neighbors. We live here, we work here. We support our local schools, churches, charities, civic clubs, and businesses. We help plan and provide expertise to better serve the area today and in the future. We have been doing it for 80 years. 80 years of dedication to working towards progress and better living for the people of Pennyroyal. Pennyroyal Electric, a touchstone energy cooperative.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Nichols with the kickoff after the Caldwell County score, fielded at the 9-yard line by Graves County, up across the 20, 25, far sideline, tackle at the 30, around the 34-yard line. We'll see where they officially mark it. Pretty good run back by Graves County. But Bob, that offense clicked on that possession, got good field position to start out, able to put it in from 6 yards out. Dylan Gray on a nice run, but set up by a fantastic catch by Oliver Parker.
And helped out immensely by that personal foul penalty against Graves as well.
Yeah, late hit on Joby Jaggers. So Graves County will take off at the 33-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles. Two receivers each way with Harnett in the backfield with Goatley. Low snap. Goatley picks it up Looks across middle. That's intercepted. Number 32 for Caldwell County. That's another touchdown. Untouched into the end zone. That is Hunter Van Hoosier, the one we talked about in the pregame with 15 tackles last week. Right on the spot for Caldwell County. And Bob, Caldwell County couldn't have much better start scripted for this ball game tonight.
Absolutely not, Dennis. It's
Pinning the extra point, 20-0. Still over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Nichols is out for the extra point. Parker will take the hold for the Tigers. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. Caldwell County's lead now out 21-0 over Graves County. 5:38 left in the first. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Fortner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Fortner Gas is offering specials on propane. Fortner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, 60 choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Fortner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
We are back to Tiger Stadium. Bob, Caldwell County just is annihilating Graves County early in this first quarter, 21-0. I think Graves is probably shell-shocked a little bit by the way things has gone.
You would have to think they're losing their confidence.
Ball touched on the kickoff at the 8, fumbled around. Now it's picked up. Good coverage by the Tigers. He might get back out around the 15-yard line. Caleb Burden in on the tackle along with number 45, Cameron Baker. Low line drive kick by Boyce Nichols just couldn't be picked up by Graves County, so Caldwell County is going to have them pinned back on their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for Graves County, as the Tigers are enjoying a 21-point lead early in this one.
This game's getting out of hand early, Dennis. Big plays all along the network here.
Quick pass to the far sideline, complete. Not much gain, maybe picks up a couple. On the catch is number 6, Jake Mills, a senior for Graves County. They picked up maybe 2, or give them 3 on that one. 2nd and 7 for Graves. Harnett on the carry, goes up the middle, shy of a first down. Cole Baker in on the tackle for Caldwell County. It's going to be 3rd down for Graves. We'll call it 3rd and 3. Graves County has 2 receivers each way. Caldwell shows blitz. Handoff is to Harnett, and he's going to get stopped. That's Burden and Bashir, I think, on the tackle right in the middle of the field. Good job by the Tigers. So Caldwell County has them in 4th down territory. Let's see if Graves takes a chance. They have to do something, Bob. They're down 21-0 and nothing going their way. They do have 4th and short. Last time they had a bunched backfield, and Goatley kept it on the quarterback sneak, was able to pick up a first down. They don't line up that way, although Goatley is under center. He will keep it himself, and the push back. I don't think they got it, Bob.
He didn't get it.
Good stand by that Tiger defense. He tried to take it under center and just nose his way in. Caldwell County had everybody in the box. Caldwell County holds, and it's going to be a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County on the change of possession.
Yeah.
Turnover on downs by Graves County gives it to Caldwell, 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. And just another positive possession for Caldwell County. So Jaggers is back. 3 receivers set to the right. He's going to look to the right. Gets some pressure now. He's flushed. Shovel pass up to Dylan Gray at the 30, over the 25, and out of bounds. A real heads-up play by Jaggers on that one, Bob. He was about to be tackled. Saw Dylan Gray in front of him, gave him a little shovel pass, and they were able to pick up 2 yards on what was looking to be a sack. Got Parker and both Rileys on the right side. Handoff is to Gray. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be thrown for about a yard loss. Good coverage by Graves County on that one.
They're probably going to give him no gain on that one.
Yeah, I thought he lost about a yard. We'll call it 3rd and 9. Ball inside the 25-yard line. Empty backfield set now for Jaggers. He looks over to the sideline. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They've got the play in. Snap is back. Jaggers drops back, gets a little bit of pressure. Ball loose on the ground. Let's see if they're going to call it an incomplete pass, and they do. Looks like he wanted to throw it, changed his mind, but the forward progress of his arm, the ball came out, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. 4th down for the Tigers. And let's see if they bring Nichols out to try this one. It's going to be a pretty lengthy field goal attempt, but a good point of the season. Early in the year, you're sitting on a 21-point lead. Why not see what boys can do from a, let's see where they're going to spot this one at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 42-yard attempt. Oliver Parker with the hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And just going to be a little short. Falls about 3 yards short. And the kick is no good. So Graves County will come back out and take over. 2:33 left in the first quarter. Caldwell County leads this one 21-0. Big plays all around. Hope you'll stay tuned at halftime. Bob will have all the halftime stats for you and tell you about all those big plays. And also we'll feature the Band of Pride at halftime on the live stream on WPKYonline.com. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. So the defense back out on the field as Graves County tries to get something positive going their way. 2 receivers each way for the Eagles. Snap is low again. Goalie with some pressure from Cole Baker. And it's intercepted again. Flag on the play. I think Hunter Van Hoosier with his 2nd pick of the night. We'll see when the flag comes into play on this, but a nice read by Van Hoosier. Holding against Graves County. You know we'll turn that one down. So Hunter Van Hoosier's 2nd interception of the night gives Caldwell County the ball back in great field position. They'll have it 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Cole Baker really helped that one. Graves was trying to set up a screen. Cole Baker put a lot more pressure, I think, the goalie wanted. Rushed his pass a little bit and right into the arms of Hunter Van Hoosier, his 2nd big play of the night. Dylan Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Jaggers takes it, it's going to look to the corner. Still some time. Now he's going to dump it off to Gray at the 10-yard line. Gray lowers his head. And he may have got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, I think Joby wanted a little timing route into the corner of the end zone, well covered by Graves County. He had to hit Gray with the dump off. Ball back to the 9, so it's 2nd and goal from the 9. And flag on the play is going to blow this one dead. This one will be against Caldwell, you would assume. And it is procedure against Caldwell County. That'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line now for Caldwell County. I really like when the referees on the field are mic'd.
Yes, well, the first time, maybe maybe the 2nd time we've heard them being mic'd up, and it is a pleasure to know what's going on.
Riley, and Parker split to the right. Joby with some pressure again, and he's going to be thrown for a loss all the way back to the 25-yard line. Bob, if there's been one negative, it's been the pressure that Joby's had on him on some of these passes. They're going to keep Travis Newsom split wide to the left. But Jaggers has had some company on numerous possessions tonight.
He's had his friends back there with him on several occasions.
Trill and Newsom on the far side. Jaggers drops back. He's got some more pressure. And this one almost intercepted as he was looking for Trail Riley at the 30. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers. Graves County is sending some of those linebackers up the middle. They're causing Joby some problems. So 2 receivers each way as Caldwell keeps it on 4th down. It's 4th and goal, but the ball all the way out at the 25-yard line. Jaggers is going to look to the end zone. Stepping, now he's going to have to run a little bit, looking over the field. He's got to complete at the 23 to Kavanaugh, or to Newsom, excuse me. But the turnover on downs is going to give it back to Graves County.
They're going to mark that, Dennis, at the...
Let's see, looks like about the 23-yard line, Bob. Let's see what this flag is going to be. As long as that play took, you wonder if Caldwell had an ineligible receiver downfield, but we'll see what the call is on the field. Personal foul against Graves County.
Ooh.
Was that after the play, though? Because it doesn't look like the defense is coming off for Caldwell County.
Probably could be a dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul, it seems to be. Big crowd here at Tiger Stadium tonight.
Okay, well, this will work out. So Joe doesn't have it lined up. So.
And we'll listen. So that'll push Graves County all the way back on the unsportsmanlike conduct. Half the distance takes it back to the 11-yard line. 49 seconds left in a long first quarter. Second personal foul penalty tonight on Graves County. This one's going to put their backs near the goal line as they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 11.
And you got to be cautious in your own territory. They found out they've had two passes intercepted, one taken back all the way and one to the 9-yard line, both by Hunter Van Hoosier.
Van Hoosier and Burden really having big games tonight. You can credit some of that last interception to Cole Baker, who had great penetration and had a bead on Goatley.
And we've already stopped a 4th and 1 play, causing a 1-yard loss on the attempted quarterback sneak. Defense playing well,
which we expected coming into tonight after that performance last week. Goatley has it. Handoff up the middle to Harned. And he's tackled after a short gain. I think that was 72, Cole Baker on the tackle. Gets it out to the 14-yard line, so a pickup of 3 for Graves County. 2nd and 7. Graves County has 3 receivers split to the right. Harned in the backfield with Goatley. Goatley's going to keep himself on the option, and no option there as Caldwell County closed in on that one quick. He gets it up to about the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for Graves County coming up. They wanted to run that option, but Gray and Bashir just would not let that happen. Goatley had no choice but to keep it. And with that play, it'll end the first quarter. So after 1, it's Caldwell County 21, Graves County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY Online.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
As the sun sizzles outside, drop by Sandra's Gatherings and check out their late summer picks, garlands, and wreaths with loads of bright summer into fall colors. You'll find all American classics with rescued and reproduction pieces to create interiors that are reminiscent of yesteryear's simpler lifestyle. And just plain country accessories, including lamps, candlesticks, canvases, and much more. Sandra's Gatherings is a cool store with cool prices. And as always, check out their half-price corner. Come on by Sandra's Gatherings at 116 East Main in downtown Princeton. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4. Phone 365-4000.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium, getting set to start the second quarter play. Caldwell County leads this one 21-0. And Bob, big plays for Caldwell County in that first quarter. Kind of shell-shocked Graves County.
Graves County has had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions that really have yet to gain a first down. No, excuse me, they have 1 first down.
3rd down and 5 for Graves County. 2 receivers each way. They're at their own 16-yard line. Caldwell County has everybody inside 5 yards. Goldie drops back, passes up and overthrown, incomplete. Coverage on the play was Trail Riley. So it'll bring up 4th down for the Eagles. And they are going to bring out the punt unit, not take a chance down on their own 16-yard line. So Caldwell County should get good field position out of this as they drop Trail Riley back near midfield. Caldwell County has already scored 1 touchdown off a Graves County punt attempt tonight. Punter fumbled the ball. Caldwell County able to scoop it up. He'll kick this one from maybe his 4 or 5 yard line. Caldwell County bringing everybody. Punt is up. It's going to be a short one. We'll see where it bounces. Takes a Graves County bounce. Comes back in Caldwell County territory and will be down at the 44-yard line. So good field position by Joby Jaggers to start this drive as Caldwell takes over at their own 44-yard line. It'll be a Little Caesars first down to start this drive. Jaggers will bring his crew out and see if they can tack on to this big lead. Reminder, next week we are on the road for the first time this season as Caldwell County takes on the Hopkinsville Tigers. That will be at the Stadium of Champions. Same schedule as always. We'll have Bob and Coach Barnes on at 6, our pregame show on at 6:30, and kickoff at 7 from Hopkinsville. You can join us on 103.3 and WPKYonline.com for all the action. Jaggers takes a snap. Handoff is to Jameer Riley. Dances his way for about a 4-yard gain. Nice cut by Jameer Riley as he went across the right side. Took it back towards the middle. They'll spot that ball at the 49-yard line. 2nd down for the Tigers as they have 2 receivers to each side. Jameer Riley in the backfield takes the handoff. This time he's going to be thrown for a loss. And they'll bring this one back. Bob, I think the loss is going to be all the way back to the 46-yard line. 3rd down for Caldwell County. 2 receivers each way. Again, Riley in the backfield. Jaggers quickly over to Riley. It's complete, but he's hit as soon as he caught it right at the, they may give him forward progress up to about the 47. That'll be about it. So a quick 3 and out by the Tigers on that one. 4th down and 8 for the Tigers as we tick down near 10 minutes left in the first half. I think they're going running back by committee by quarters. It appears Dylan Gray had a lot of carries in the first quarter. Now Jameer Riley looks like he's going to be in the backfield a lot in the second. This punt is up. Russ Bashir with the punt end over end. It's picked up at the 15 by Harned. He gets it up over the 20. We'll call it on the 23-yard line where Graves County will take over. It was number 10, Russ Bashir, as we said, a freshman getting his try at the punting duties tonight for Caldwell County.
They have it marked at the...
I think it is going to be the 23-yard line where Graves takes over with 10:13 left in the quarter. East playing center field for the Tigers. Two receivers each side with Harnett in the backfield. Goatley takes it. Handoff is to Harnett. He's going to pick over the left side. Gets up across the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. And they will spot it, let's see, at the 27-yard line. Second down and 6 for Graves County. Stay tuned at halftime. Bob will have all the stats, plus we'll get to watch the band on the live stream as they prepare for marching season. Stay tuned for all that coming up at halftime here on WPKY. Goalie looking at his wristband for the play. Play clock down to 6. Goalie calls for the snap with 2 on the play clock. He's looking to the right side. He's got an open receiver. Overthrows him incomplete out at the 40. Number 4. Let's see, I don't see him on our roster. They had number 4 out.
Number 4 is Drew Cooper.
Drew Cooper was open. He had gotten behind Jameer Riley, rather. Goalie overthrew him. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for Graves County. So far, the Eagles not able to muster very much offense at all. They're going to bring 3 receivers to the right. Jameer Riley on outside coverage. Goalie drops back, looks over the middle. This one's up, tipped, and incomplete. Nice coverage by Gabe East on the play. And it'll bring up another 4th down for Graves County. Rob Graves did a good job of blocking, gave Goatley time that time, but that defensive backfield for Caldwell County is just shut down at all positions.
And that was an excellent coverage by Gabe East. The receiver had his hands on the ball. As soon as he did touch it, Gabe went up and hit him and could not hang on to it.
Caldwell County goes for the block. Kick is up. It's going to be fielded by Trell Riley at the 35-yard line. He's across the 40. Tries to pass one play. He does. He's coming back across near field. Wants to turn it up the field, 45. And will maybe mark it at the 46-yard line. If it hadn't been for that one player downfield for Graves County, Trail was going to turn that one into a big return for the Tigers.
He had it. He gets past that wall. He can pick his way.
So a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County to start the drive at their own 46-yard line. Gabe East in at receiver for the Tigers, along with Newsom and Riley far sideline. Handoff is up the middle, and that's Burden. Picks up some yardage. Now he's stood up at the 48-yard line. I thought his forward progress was a lot farther than that. They're just going to give him the 47 on the spot, though. Caleb Burden in the backfield with Jaggers. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Oliver Parker near side. Ball tipped on the pass play and incomplete. Bob, the one thing that's caused Caldwell County trouble, you wouldn't think they would have much trouble being up 21-0 at this point with 8.5 left in the half. But Jaggers has had a lot of company in that backfield with him so far tonight.
Well, I think our offensive line is still obviously trying to improve, Dennis, and they've kept him on the run quite a bit.
Jaggers drops back. Now he's going to roll near side. Is that a great one-handed catch? Wow, that was number 8.
Travis Newsom?
Travis Newsom with a one-handed snag right on the sideline. Not much gain on it, but it was pretty to watch. 47-yard line is as far as he was able to get, though. That'll bring up 4th down for Caldwell County as they'll bring out the punt unit. And it's number 10, Russ Bashir, this week doing the punting duties for Caldwell County.
He was an outstanding. That was an Odell Beckham Jr. catch.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Reminds you of the Raiders back in the 70s with the stick 'em. That ball just hit and stuck to his hand. Snap is back. Good snap. Kick is up. It's going to be a short kick, high. Takes a Caldwell County bounce across the 35 down to about the 30-yard line. So just about twice as much roll as distance on the kick, but comes up as a pretty good kick for Caldwell County as Graves will take over at their own 30-yard line. 8:14 left in the second quarter. I want to invite you to stay tuned at halftime for all the stats with Bob and Look the Band, and also in our post-game show tonight, brought to you by Taco John's of Princeton. We'll have a game wrap-up and look ahead to next week's action as we go on the road to Hopkinsville. Graves County handoff to Harned. He found a hole, gets up across the 35-yard line. And gave East in on the tackle for Caldwell County, but Harned hit the hole on that one, picked up 5 yards. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. I think East had a little helmet issue. He came out of the game. Parker in for him. Low snap picked up by Goatley. He's got some pressure in the backfield. Scrambles to his right. Now looks down the field. Still pursued by Caldwell County. I think that was Van Hoosier that finally caught up with him. Hunter Van Hoosier and Will Bashir in on the tackle for Caldwell County.
And no gain on the scramble.
Cody Goatley did a good job just to turn that one back to no gain. 3rd down and 5 for Graves County. Are they still sitting on just one first down, Bob?
One
first down by the Eagles so far tonight.
And obviously not been across midfield yet.
And Graves comes to the line. 2 tight end set, 1 receiver each side. Goatley throws in and out of the hands. And flags down. I think they're going to call Trell Riley for interference, and it did not look like it was. Riley had some pretty good coverage there. Caldwell coaching staff not happy with that call. You can see them down there on the sideline. And a questionable pass interference call is going to give Graves County a first down, it looks like. Ball spotted at the 40. That's what they needed. Call was on Trell Riley, but Bob, it looked like good coverage from here.
It did look like good coverage, but we don't know what the official thought he saw.
In fact, the pass hit the Graves County receiver right in the numbers. They have not moved the markers, but 5 yards is what they needed. The ball is spotted at the 40. And another flag on the play.
And that's on this near side, and that's between number 6 for Graves County and number 2 maybe for Caldwell. So we don't know if words were spoken or what the deal was.
Side judge picking up the flag. We'll see there's some conversation going on at the 40. This one's going against Caldwell County also, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Well, now, am I not understanding this? A 15-yard penalty.
They only marked off 10.
They only marked off 10 yards. So I'm not understanding. The pass interference was 5. Graves County is going to take over. I guess they're going to leave it like that. Graves County 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Handoff is to Harned. He goes left side, gets up near the 45-yard line. Graves County looks like they like to run off the left side of that line for the majority of their possessions. He picks up 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Graves County. 6.5 minutes left in this first half. Caldwell County leads this one 21-0. Double tight end set for Graves County. Harned in the backfield, takes a handoff, now comes right side. He's up across the 40 and down to about the 39-yard line. Van Hoosier in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Burden checks back in as Cole Baker comes out Seems like he's holding his back just a little bit. So I'm sure he'll get checked out on the sideline. Going in for him is number 77. That's Noah McGowan. First down for Graves County from the 39-yard line. Handoff again to Harnett. He goes left side, tries to bounce it outside. Doesn't pick up much, maybe a yard on the play. Look like Dylan Gray in the neighborhood. Dylan Gray with a nice pursuit on that one. He'll pick up one.
Well, very little gain.
Yeah. Second down and 9 as we are under 6 minutes left in the half. Looks like Graves County's going predominantly run for a team that like to throw the ball. Handoff again to Harnett. He falls forward. I think they're going to call his knee down at about the 37-yard line.
Pick up of 2 yards on the play.
Bob, this is a team that threw the ball a lot against Murray. They picked up 405 yards in the air last week. Mostly the run so far tonight.
Well, I think they're trying to do what they feel like they can be successful at, and that's probably the run game right now.
Especially with that big offensive line that they have. They're finding holes. The longest drive of the night by far. Now Goley looks to the sideline, up, and incomplete. He had it for a minute, but nice coverage by Jameer Riley on the play.
Became a jump ball situation. I thought Graves County was going to come down with it.
I think Riley was able to get a hand up in there, knock that one loose on the way down. 4th down and 7 for Graves County. Good play by Jameer Riley on this side. Goal is going to come out. They're going to keep that 2 tight end set with a receiver on each side. Harnett in the backfield with Goatley. Big 4th down play here for the Tigers. Goatley drops back, lets loose, and it's going to be incomplete. Burden on the coverage for Caldwell County. And Bob, I'm not sure Harnett didn't catch number 6 coming towards him on the coverage because he really didn't lay out for that one. Not a bad thrown pass, but good coverage there by Burden. Is going to give Caldwell County the ball on the turnover on downs. Caldwell County will have a Little Caesars first down to start this drive at their own 37-yard line with 4:48 left in the first half. It'd be tough to pick a defensive player of the game tonight. Of course, Van Hoosier with the 2 interceptions, but Burden's name has been called. Cole Baker, Hunter Van Hoosier, several Tigers really stepping up, plus the coverage by Trell and Jameer Riley on the outside.
The passing game for Graves County is non-existent tonight. Graves County quarterback is 4 out of 14 with 2 interceptions.
Caldwell County is going to call timeout on this one. Talk this over a little bit. I don't think they had the right players on the field. So they're going to take the timeout. We'll just keep it here for this one. Do want to mention some of our other sponsors tonight, Bob. We haven't had a chance much tonight as Caldwell County got off to a big start in this one. But some of the sponsors we are glad to have join us this season for Tiger football coverage are Bella Marie, the Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas. I love Mike's commercials all the time for the Capital Cinemas. I like hearing him on the air with us. Computer Consulting Services, HLS Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered Florist, Kay's Kitchen, always a good meal at Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, and I can verify the best roast beef you'll ever eat, Taco John's, Little Caesars, Cozy Living, and Gold and Diamond Outlet. So we appreciate those sponsors joining us for Tiger football this season here on WPKY. And don't forget, postgame show is brought to you tonight by Taco John's in Princeton. I was out by Taco John's, Bob. If you get a chance, go by and see the Tiger and Tiger Pride painted on the window. That's enough for the trip out there, not to mention the great food. Caldwell County is going to come with a 4-receiver set, but they're going to throw the flag.
One of our linemen a little bit jumpy.
And that'll back Caldwell County up 5 yards. They marked it at the 31. I thought it was at the 37 to start, so it's a That's a long 5-yard procedure call against Caldwell County.
We'll say 1st and 15 rather than 15 and a half or 1st and 16.
I've never seen a bad spot just walking 5 yards off, but that one was a little iffy. And they are going to move us back up. The guys in stripes came through for us, Bob, as they give us a yard back. Now it is 1st and 15 for Caldwell County. 3 receivers set to the right side, or to the left side, excuse me. Handoff is up the middle.
And was that
I think that was Jameer Riley on the carry. Dances his way up for about 3. We'll call it 2. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. 3 receivers near side for the Tigers, 1 far side. With Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. Jaggers drops back, he's got some pressure now. He's going to roll right. He's got some room in front of him. Looks up the field. He's going to be hit from behind and gets back up near the original line of scrimmage at the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Tigers. Jaggers had some room, but it closed up quickly as he was hit from behind. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line, so it is 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. Still 3 receivers on our near side. Swing pass is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jameer Riley. So the clock will stop on the incompletion with 3:36 left in the first half, and 4th down for the Tigers as Bashir will go back to punt. Caldwell County holding on to that 21-0 lead. 21 points quickly on the board in that first quarter. Kind of stunned the visitors and had the crowd going crazy in the first quarter on our side. Graves County drops 2 players back. Low snap on the ground still. Bashir picks it up. He's going to have to run. He's got a little bit of room. Comes up near the 40. He's got some speed. Lowers his head to the 45, the 50. And I think he got the first down on the play as he's knocked out at the 49-yard line. Wes Bashir exhibited some speed there we haven't had a chance to see, but he really rounded that corner on the low snap and turned nothing into a first down. That's a Little Caesars first down for the Tigers at the 49-yard line. Big play by Russ Bashir. Good heads-up play. He saw he had this whole near side open.
Pick up a 13 yards on that scramble by Will. And a first down Caldwell. One of our few first downs, by the way, tonight.
Drive stays alive. Handoff goes to Jameer Riley. Still on his feet at the 45-yard line. Picks up about 6 on the play. And Bob, Graves County really starting to send the linebackers on most plays on the blitzes. That one picked up nicely and shoved to the side as Jameer was able to pick up 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. If nothing else, even if they don't put points on the board, it'd be good to see the boys stay on the field until halftime with this one. Trail and Jameer go in motion. 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield, swing pass over to Trail Riley. He's got it at the 47, up across the 40, and down to near the 35-yard line. Flag on the play. Over on the far sideline in the area of what you would expect to be a holding call, but we'll see what the referees call. Well-designed play, and Trail Riley was able to pick up what would be a first down. Little discussion on the side by the men in stripes. And still no signal.
I think
we're talking to Graves County.
Saw a holding signal being given by the head official.
That'll back the Tigers up, and they spotted on the 50-yard line. Second down for Caldwell County, holding on the far sideline, so you got to assume that was one of the receivers with the hold. Coach Barnes talked last Saturday and then some during the week about the need for those receivers to block a little bit better than they did last week. One receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Now Trail and Jameer come in motion to the near side. Jaggers empty backfield, looks this way. Same pass designed for Trent Riley, complete at 47, across the 50, the 45, and down to the 42-yard line, well, maybe the 43. They got a big chunk of that penalty back as the ball spotted at the 43, and it'll be third down and 2. Now 2 Tigers in motion. Whistle stop this one. I think Graves County wanted to take the timeout, and it is timeout Graves County. What kind of must have found something they like on that sideline, Bob, because they're going with that 2 players in motion and set up a 4-receiver set with Jaggers in an empty backfield. I think it's starting to take the wind out of Graves County a little bit. I think that timeout was called as much on fatigue as anything else.
We've run a bunch of plays, especially on this drive. This is probably our 8th. We've had a couple penalties thrown in there.
1:59 left in the first half. Caldwell County still leads this one 21-0. They're facing a 3rd down and 2 right now. All the stats coming up at halftime with Bob. Big night in the first quarter for the Tigers. A couple of first quarter interceptions by Hunter Van Hoosier. Jaggers in the backfield with Cole Baker. And Caldwell County is going to get whistled on this one. You had Gray and Baker in the backfield with Jaggers. And it's going to be procedure against the Tigers. Somebody did not know the snap count on that one. I was curious to see. I was hoping Cole Baker was going to get the handoff. He's going to stay in there.
So it's now 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Jaggers back. Looks on the far sideline. He's got the air. And it's incomplete, but where's the flag on that one? As Jameer Riley was pushed while the ball was in the air, and no flag on the play. I'm not understanding that one at all, Bob. You can easily see it if you're watching the live stream.
I don't know if the official was anywhere close to that play. I hate to say that, but he certainly didn't get a look at it. I think that's quite obvious.
And it's going to bring up 4th down for Caldwell County. But, Bob, that was, I think we understand why Cole Baker and Dylan Gray were brought in for the extra protection for the pass. Jaggers had the time to throw on that one. And he had Jameer Riley
out
open
there, and Jameer usually makes those catches, even though he was jostled and hit early. And
so Bashir will take the snap. Kick is up. They may have got a piece of it. Ball bounces across the 35 and down near the 30-yard line. Sometimes you wonder if we actually see things up here, try to be a little biased because of the home team, but I really think Jameer Riley got bumped a couple of times while that ball was in the air and no call. But nonetheless, it's Graves County ball at their own 30-yard line with 1:46 left in the half.
See what Graves can mount here late. Obviously, I think air is the only way they can move it that quickly downfield.
Goalie drops back, looks to set up the screen. It's complete at the 25. He's up across the 27, still on his feet across the 30, and down near the 35-yard line. Play almost thrown for a loss. It's going to be a nice pickup for Graves County all the way out to the 35. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles as the clock starts back up with 1:20 left. Low snap picked up by Goatley, looks down the field, and it's going to be incomplete as 2 Graves County players fought for the pass. Actually, I think, Bob, both of them had their hands on it just around the 50-yard line. Ball falls to the ground to be incomplete.
It was a well-thrown ball by Mr. Goal. He's thrown the ball well tonight. He just hadn't had a lot of people able to hang on to it. Three or four of his balls have been touched tonight by his receivers, but not able to wrap it up.
Well, now you got to think somebody ran a wrong route as he had 2 receivers in the exact same spot. Now Goatley calls a play, sends 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Harnett in the backfield. Handoff is to Harnett, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Good play by number 63. Devin Kilgore with a big play, sophomore for the Tigers.
He's had a nice season so far.
Caldwell County is going to take the time out to try to save a little time on the clock. Still exactly 1 minute left in the first half. And it's a 4th down now for Graves County. So the Tigers should get the ball back if they can hold on this play with really good field position. Graves County needs to go to the 40-yard line for the first down. Big crowd on has been kind of in a lull since that middle of the first quarter, but Caldwell County started the fireworks early. Bob's going to have all those stats, both offensively and defensively, coming up at halftime. Hope you'll stay tuned for that.
Our biggest rushing play from scrimmage tonight, Dennis, has been the scramble from punt formation by Will Bashir.
Graves County is going to punt this one away. Not going to take any chances this late in the half. Trail Riley back at his own 35 to receive. Ball almost blocked. Riley's going to pick this one up at the 35. Closed in by Graves County. Makes a nice move. Gets up across the 40. Left two coverage guys stunned for Graves County as he turned sideways, split them, and gets the ball up to the 42-yard line, where Caldwell County has 48 seconds to do something with this one. Dylan Gray, Gabe East, both in the backfield with Jaggers. That's just Dylan Gray in the backfield. 2 receivers each way for the Tigers. Jaggers takes a snap, drops back, looks over the middle. It's complete at the 45-yard line. That's Jameer Riley on the reception. Pickup of 3 yards for the Tigers. 2nd down and 7 with 32 seconds left in the half. 3 receivers set to the right. Jaggers takes it, rolls to the right, looks down the field. Now pressure coming up. He has to get rid of it. Ball's going to be intercepted at the 50-yard line. I think Joby probably would have been better off just throwing that one out of bounds. Tried to put something on it on a run, which was tough. And it's going to be the first turnover of the night for Caldwell County as Graves County returns the interception to the 50-yard line. And the Eagles will have 18 seconds to do something with the ball. Bob, a very long first half.
A lot of incomplete passes, Dennis.
Graves County 2 receivers each way. Goalie drops back, looks deep along the sideline. This one's going to be, I think that one was picked off. And I think he got it. Trail Riley with the interception down at the 16-yard line. That was great coverage. That's why they call him a shutdown corner, because he was stride for stride with Graves County. Came up with the interception at the 16-yard line. 10 seconds left, and you got to wonder if Caldwell County just will hold this one till halftime.
I think I would take the knee here.
Yeah, victory formation set up down there. They're just going to take a knee on this one and go to the locker room with a big 21-0 lead. Jaggers takes a snap, hits his knee, and I don't think Graves is going to bother with it. That'll take us down to halftime. So at the end of the first half, it's Caldwell County with a big lead over Graves County. Tigers jump out early and often. Bob Hayes will be back with all the stats on the first half, so stay tuned for that. At halftime, it's Caldwell County 21, Graves County nothing. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, Todd, did you
you know that Cozy's living in here since new owner? No, I didn't. I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. Furniture, boutique, and gifts. They have baby items? Yes, in a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most is they offer veterans and first responders always 10% off. That is impressive. And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Dave. He's a golden doodle puppy. I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located? 235 Northville Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy living, just like a home to be.
Tri-Cheese in Princeton would like to give a big shout-out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Cheese 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they've selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We're so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Cheese Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Cheese Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
When I grow up, I want to make a pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni at the nation's best price. $6. It's going to be the best pizza ever.
Sorry, kid, it's been done. Introducing the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni at the nation's best price.
But my mom said.
This much cheese and pepperoni is what dreams are made of. Come get a large, hot and ready Extra Most Bestest Pizza for just $6. Only at Little Caesars. Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. We're at halftime as Caldwell County leads this one 21-0. Big plays in that first quarter. All the points scored in the first quarter. Bob Hayes will have all the first half stats coming up here in just a minute. If you're watching on the live stream, we hope you'll stay tuned and check out the Band of Pride. Caldwell County's band taking the field right now for their halftime presentation. I just heard Frankie say on the loudspeaker that the band show is entitled The Last Journey, name of their show this year, as they prepare and make a lot of preparation for marching season coming up very soon. And we have talked numerous times, Bob has, and he'll attest to this after he gets done with the stats. These band students really put in a lot of practice time and effort into what they do. And it's just amazing how much they can get done in a short period of time starting in the summer to work on these shows. Numbers up for Caldwell County Band. So we hope you'll enjoy as we live stream this each week as they prepare for a big marching season coming up this fall. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game for the Taco John's post-game report. We'll have all the stats and look ahead to next week. And Ty just told me we are going to cover the girls' soccer game next week, or girls' soccer game tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Let's see, I think I've got the schedule here to see who they play. Tomorrow's Lady Tigers hosting Owensboro Apollo, which is always a tough team on the Lady Tiger schedule. But that's how they're going to get tough. This is a year the Lady Tigers could actually be one of the favorites for the region, not just the district, for the region. They've got a lot of talent on that team, expecting big things from them, and they've got a tough matchup tomorrow. JV at 8:30, varsity at 10 o'clock, and you can hear all the action with Joe Mack and Jeff McDaniels tomorrow on WPKY as they cover Lady Tiger soccer. Then we'll be on the air on Thursday night with another dose of Lady Tiger soccer with myself and Joe Mack on that one. It's Caldwell County and Graves County and girls soccer on Thursday night. All the action here on 103.3 and live stream on WPKYonline.com. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And then next Friday night, we are on the road. First of 4 out of 5 on the road after tonight for the Tigers as we'll travel to the Stadium of Champions as the Tigers take on the Hopkinsville Tigers. Coach's show at 6, pregame at 6:30, and kickoff at 7 from Hopkinsville. So with about 10 minutes left before we end this halftime, Bob's ready with the stats, so take her away, Bob.
Thank you, Dennis. The scoring came early tonight in the first quarter. Within the first 5 minutes of the game, Caldwell County placed 21 points on the scoreboard. We'll recap that. And at the 10-minute and 33-second mark of the first quarter, Dylan Cavanaugh returns a blocked punt, 8 yards for a touchdown. The Boyce Nichols added the extra point. Caldwell County led 7-0 at that time. Dylan Gray at the 5-minute 48-second mark of the first quarter on a 6-yard run. Again, Boyce Nichols added the extra point. Caldwell County went up 14-0 at that time. And at the 5-minute and 38-second mark on the first play from scrimmage for Graves County, Hunter Van Hoosier intercepts the pass and takes it 38 yards to the end zone. Again, Boyce Nichols with the kick. And as I say, just less than 7 minutes into the game, Caldwell County had a 21-0 lead, and that's where we stand right now here at halftime. For the Tigers, in the passing department tonight at half, Joby Jaggers 9 out of 15 with 1 interception, threw for 55 yards in the first half. Trail Riley with 2 catches for 17 yards. Jameer Riley 2 catches for 4 yards. Travis Newsom 2 catches for 2 yards. Oliver Parker 1 catch for 23 yards. And Dylan Gray 2 catches for 2 yards. Total of 9 receptions for 55 yards for the Tigers. 48 yards. In the rushing department, Dylan Gray 3 carries for 12 yards. Joby Jaggers 4 carries for a negative 21. Jameer Riley 5 rushes for 1 yard. Caleb Burden 1 rush for 2 yards. And Russ Bashir on the fumbled punt attempt picks the ball up and rushes for 13 yards on his only carry of the night. 1 rush for Russ for 13 yards. Caldwell County with 14 rushing attempts and only a net gain of 7 yards. 7 yards rushing, 48 yards passing. Total yards for the Tigers in the first half of 55 yards. And believe it or not, it's even worse for Graves County. Graves County quarterback Goatley, 5 out of 17 with 3 interceptions. His passing yards covering 27 yards. They had 17 rushing attempts for a net of 32 yards. So total yards for Graves County here in the first half, 59 yards, 55 yards for the Tigers. So apparently you can conclude it's a defensive struggle, Dennis, except for our big plays on the fumble return, the pass interception. And we were down close in the Graves County end zone when we put up the other touchdown. It's not been much of an offensive fireworks here tonight.
No, not like we're used to over the last few years here at Tiger Stadium. The defense really kept us in the game last week and really took center stage tonight as this one got out to a big start for Caldwell County. Bob, we had some great plays. We had the fumble recovery for the touchdown. We had a touchdown run, I think, by Dylan Gray. But the play of the first half, if you ask me, was that catch by Oliver Parker that set up that touchdown. He went up, had a receiver's helmet in his chest as he went up. Jaggers put the ball actually behind the defender. Parker was able to go up over his defender, grab the ball, and come down with it on one of the best catches I think you'll see in high school football this whole year.
That's what you call a possession catch, and Oliver caught it. Obviously, we don't catch that. I believe it was a third down play. We either have to try a field goal or go for it on fourth down, but that set the touchdown run up by Dylan Gray, which, if I remember correctly, was on the next play.
Yeah, 6 yards and just about untouched.
Yes, and so that was extremely helpful. Our only offensive drive of the game, so to speak. And but the 2 defensive plays that resulted in touchdowns, that's what you have to have. Whoever wins the turnovers wins the game. We've had 1. They've had 2. Their 2 were crucial. They gave us touchdowns. Ours just didn't create any problems for us. But as you said during the call on that play, Joby just needed to put about 5 more yards on that ball and get it over everybody's head out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a tough one. He was running and trying to throw at the same time, which we know is hard to do in itself, just didn't get enough on it. But the defense, we talked in the pregame, we expected a big game out of them. They came out, and it was like deer in headlights for Graves County in the first 7 minutes of the ball game as they found themselves down 21-0 very quickly. Since then, it's been kind of 3 plays, maybe 4 or 5 plays, 6 plays, give it to the other team on a turnover or a punt, and not a lot of action coming up since about the 6 or 7 minute mark of the first quarter. But the defense is really doing the job again for Caldwell County. The Tigers, though, still with a little bit of a struggle on the ground.
The rushing attack, again, what did I say a while ago, 6 yards? No, 7 yards on 14 carries, and that counted a couple big sacks by Joby. You can pin your ears and come back after if you have no rushing attack. And Joby's been under probably more pressure tonight than I thought maybe he was under pressure against Christian County.
And Bob, I'll let you talk a little bit on the adjustment that it looked like the coaching staff made. They saw Joby's under pressure a lot, having to scramble, getting hit, had some stacks in that first half. But towards the end of the first half, they brought in Dylan Gray and Cole Baker for protection for Jaggers on a few possessions. And Caldwell County went to where they were sending 4 receivers to one side on a couple of times, trying to keep Graves County off balance. But if you've got Cole Baker back there, I think Joby feels a lot safer.
Well, I think that's what you have to do. We just can't have empty backfields all night long against a line that's still developing, and
right.
And you put somebody back there that has the ability to knock people down like Cole Baker does. You give him some added protection, and it makes him a little bit easier. Feet become steadier and all that. So. That was a good adjustment the Tigers made in the backfield on that, and I would hope that maybe we might surprise a few people and put the ball in Cole's belly. And
that's what I was hoping for when I saw that. After looking at it, it was there for protection, but that would be a nice play to design. Let Cole run the ball a couple of times. Bob, another play we talked about, Oliver Parker's big catch. Russ Bashir in at punter this week for the Tigers. He got the ball on one possession. It was a low snap. He was unable to field it in time to make the kick. Turned, looked, and saw he had some real estate open on the near side of the field to us. Was able to come up and get a yard past the first down mark. Actually needed 12. I think he picked up 13 on the play. So that was a heady play by a kid in a new position tonight.
And the one thing you like about that play, Dennis, is he didn't panic and try to run and kick it at the same time, maybe miss it, maybe kick it 5-6 yards downfield. So really a great play by Russ Bashir on that. And we've called 3 or 4 freshmen's name this year. We're going to get into trying to identify some of these younger kids. I know early on we called Devin Kilgore, he's a sophomore, but Russ is a freshman. Noah McGowan went in on a couple of 3 plays. He's a freshman. So the Tigers are getting trying to build some depth, and are building that depth when you can get some freshmen and sophomores in there to improve the backup and the play. I'm still interested to see what adjustments we'll make here at halftime. If we keep 1 to 2 guys in the backfield, give Joby a little bit extra protection. I don't think the line is collapsing. I just think there's too much pressure. They're sending linebackers and everybody in that backfield for Graves County, and they've gotten to Joby a couple times, made him throw one on the run that was an interception. So Tigers are coming out of the dressing room as well as the Graves County Eagles. We're 52 seconds on the scoreboard, but they'll reset that to give them the extra 3 minutes to warm up and loosen up before we get ready to start the second half here.
So, Bob, looking ahead to this second half, you want to see maybe the run game pick up a little bit. Jaggers get a little more time to throw the ball. But if he can hit these shots in the flat when he's got those 4 receivers split out when he does run empty backfield, if Trail Riley or Jameer can get that and get some blocking from those other receivers on that side, I think they can burn Graves County a time or two in this second half, but that's yet to be seen. Want to announce that we told you we were going to cover Lady Tiger soccer tomorrow, and we are, but that game has been pushed back. It's now a 10:30 kick time for the varsity, so that should put the JV playing about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll have coverage of the varsity game as the Lady Tigers take on Owensboro Apollo tomorrow morning at Butler Stadium. So hope everybody will go out for that and enjoy a good soccer match, because Owensboro Apollo, always one of the top teams in this end of the state. Caldwell County with a lot of talent this year also. Both teams back out on the field. I'll tell you what, let's take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to start this second half. You're listening to Caldwell County Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
You've been listening to Tiger football on your hometown radio station, 103.3 FM, The Tiger. Sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Echo.
It's that time of year again. Soon, leaves will be falling. Football and deer season is right around the corner. When those little critters get scurrying around, sometimes our vehicles get in their way. When that happens, Tri-Shoes Incorporated hopes you remember our body shop to get you back on the road. We offer free estimates, 3-stage paint process that is guaranteed as long as you own your vehicle, and certified technicians that together offer 120 years of combined experience. We keep rental vehicles readily available, so even if your car is out of commission, you don't have to be. Tri-Shoes Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
When I grow up, I want to make a pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni at the nation's best price. $6. It's going to be the best pizza ever.
Sorry, kid. It's been done. Introducing the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni at the nation's best price.
But my mom said
this much cheese and pepperoni is what dreams are made of. Come get a large, hot and ready Extra Most Bestest Pizza for just $6. Only at Little Caesars. Pizza at participating locations plus tax.
And we are back at Tiger Stadium, getting set to start this second half. Tigers up 21-0 over Graves County. All the scoring coming in that first quarter. And Bob, it couldn't have been a much better start for Caldwell County, right? After that, it's kind of leveled off a little bit. Neither team able to do much with the ball. I think less than 60 yards each offensively total in the first half. So not a lot of offense going on tonight, but the defense for both sides really playing well. Graves County coming with a lot of blitzes, putting a lot of pressure on Joby. We've come up with a design to maybe check that a little bit and get the ball over to Trail Riley and Jameer Riley a little bit. We'll see how the Tigers start, as they will receive the kickoff to start the second half.
One of the another stat, Dennis, that I can put out here is the Caldwell County had 8 possessions in the first half. Graves County had 10 possessions. Of course, a couple of their possessions, one possession only went one play. Right when we pick off the Hunter Van Hoosier picks up the ball and takes it 30-plus yards to the end zone. But it's been since that, in that 55 yards that we had, probably 30 came on that one drive for our second touchdown with the big play to Oliver Parker and the 6-yard run by Dylan Gray. So it's been a chess match for the most part here.
Yeah, both teams trying to play a little field position, but nobody really pinned deep. Everything has been mainly between the 20 and the 40 on each side. We'll see if Caldwell County can get a little offense on track with this first possession here in the second half. We mentioned it's a big group of players. Christian County brought in the speed. Graves County brings in the size tonight with their players on the line on both sides, averaging about 275. So with a new offensive line at Caldwell County, it's a lot to learn, and you're going with a whole different game plan when you go with speed, and then you turn around and you got to do some blocking against some guys that you're probably giving up 50, 60, 70 pounds on. Caldwell County set to take the second half kick. Trail and Jameer both back. Kick is going to be short. Received at the 18-yard line by Trail Riley. Dances across the 20. Now he's going to try to take it back up the middle and gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 20. They will give him the 28 on forward progress. So a Little Caesars first down to start this second half for Caldwell County from their own 28-yard line. You've got Travis Newsom near side for the Tigers. Dylan Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Parker, Riley, and Riley split to the right. First snap of the second half. Jaggers fakes the handoff, goes complete to Jameer Riley right across the 30. Nice run after the catch by Jameer Riley. Gets it all the way out to the 47. Near a first down. It's going to be second and short for Caldwell County. That was a determined run after the catch, and it's going to be enough for a first down as he picks up 10 on the play out to the 38-yard line. So nice individual effort by Jameer Riley gives Caldwell County a Little Caesars first down from the 38-yard line. Handoff this time to Gray up the middle. Hit the 40, now he's pushed back. Forward progress ought to take him to about the 40-yard line, and does. Pickup of 2 on the play for Gray. It'll bring up second down and 8 for the Tigers. Gray still in the backfield. Referee's going to stop this one on the whistle. Let's see. Graves County making the substitution. Now the clock will roll with 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Just a minute gone here in the second half. He's going to put Gray in motion. Jaggers looks, got some protection. Wide open, is complete at the 48-yard line. Travis Newsom with the catch, gets up across the 50. Now a late flag comes in. That was well after the play had stopped. Flag was thrown near the spot of the tackle. Travis Newsom with a nice catch. Went down, picked the ball up, low throw, but he was able to pick it back up and pick up a few yards after the catch. We'll see what the flag is for. Ball is spotted at the Graves County 49-yard line. It was enough for a first down. And they say the referees are checking the rule book. Some of the things you hear here in the press box, I don't check in the rule book.
What is that rule? Oh, yeah, I remember reading that last month sometime.
Thought that'd be a fun one to sneak in.
Yeah, look on page 14.
He still got something out. What's he writing down? It's been a while on the flag. Let's see if we get a little explanation on this one.
Yeah, this will be interesting here.
And no explanation. Oh, there he comes. Offsetting penalties will result in a first down on the play. A Little Caesars first down has Caldwell County and Graves County territory. 10:46 left in the third. Trail Riley, Dylan Gray in motion for Caldwell County. 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield for Jaggers. Jaggers takes it on the keeper up across the 50. Ball loose. And looks like it's going to be picked up by Graves County on the fumble. Jaggers had a nice game, but the ball stripped away. And Graves County recovers the fumble at the 43-yard line. And the second turnover of the night for Caldwell County gives it to Graves County. As the Tiger defense back on the field. Goalie and Harnett in the backfield for Graves County. Double tight end set, handoff is to Harnett. Looks up the middle, bounces off one tackle, gets up to about the 47-yard line. Harnett's a hard-nosed runner, Bob. He lowers that head when he gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to shy away from anybody.
I could see where he picked up his yards last week. He is a tough, determined runner.
Let's see, Harnett is 5'9", 170. He's a senior. Pick up a 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for Graves County. They're going to stick with this loaded line. Harnett in the backfield. One wide receiver each side. Caldwell brings the blitz. Harnett up near the 50. He's going to be tackled at about the 49-yard line.
I think they're going to get him to the 50, yeah.
Yeah, they did give him to the 50. Mitchell Harrelson on the tackle for Caldwell County. 3rd down and 4. Or 3rd down and a long 3 for the Eagles. Goalie goes to the sideline for the play. He's back. Two wide receivers. Caldwell shows blitz. Now they back out of it. Goatley on the keeper. He goes up. He'll have the first down as he gets down to the Caldwell County 45-yard line. 35 on the tackle for Caldwell County. That's Will Bashir, the senior for Caldwell County, but it is a first down for Graves County. Harnett in the backfield. Caldwell brings the blitz. Harnett cuts through. Now he's got open space. He's up across the 30, the 25, and a nice one-on-one tackle over there by Trail Riley. But the run takes it down to the 26-yard line as Graves County hit the hole and picked up big yardage, their biggest run of the night.
We had a blitz on that time and nobody on that side to pick him up as he came through the line.
Handoff again to Harnett. He's going to try the middle, met, and lowers his head, picks it up down to the 20-yard line. For a team that we expected to throw the ball a lot tonight after 405 yards against Murray, the Eagles have gone predominantly with the run since midways of that first quarter. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles as they line up the ball on the 20. Goalie keeps it across the 20, down near the 15. And they'll spot it at the 14-yard line as the Eagles get into the red zone. 8 minutes, 18 seconds left as the chains move on the first down. 1st and 10 from the 14. Goatley and Harnett. Harnett with the carry this time over the right side across the 10 and down near the, let's see, the 8-yard line, I think is where they're going to spot this one. And Bob, it looks like the wide receivers for Graves County are just decoration at this point, as it's either Goatley or Harnett with the carry.
And I think that's what the adjustment Graves County made, knowing that they couldn't get anything going through the air. Let's keep it on the ground. Having a lot of success on this drive.
Harnett with the carry and gets down near the goal line. Ball's loose. It's on the ground. Let's see who comes up with this one. Harnett was stripped of the ball. And it is Caldwell County ball on the turnover. I don't know who came up. There was a pile in front of the goal line. Not sure who came up with the fumble recovery.
We couldn't make out who that was either, Dennis. I mean,
Caldwell County will take over on their own 2-yard line as that defense stands again for Caldwell County. Keeps the shutout intact, and Jaggers will come on the field and take the snap near his goal line on this one.
We don't want to do anything dumb down here. That's
no,
for
you
sure.
really got to protect the ball here, do smart plays.
We're at the 2-yard line?
At the 2-yard line. Jaggers will take this snap in his own end zone. Graves County shows blitz. It's going over his head and out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety. Graves County put the pressure up, and they were showing blitz the whole way. Snap goes over Jaggers' head. It's the safety, puts Graves County on the scoreboard now with 7:21 left in the third quarter. It's Caldwell with the 21-2 lead. Caldwell County will get the punt over to Graves County. And Bob, after that drive, it could have been worse. Right now you're still 19 points ahead, but Graves County was driving and had touchdown on their minds. So the first point since midway of the first quarter here at Tiger Stadium. Graves County finally on the board, 21-2 right now. Caldwell County with the lead. But we are going to have to find a way to control Mr. Goatley and Mr. Harnett up the middle because they chewed away some chunks on that first possession of Graves County in the second half. Bashirs will take the punt.
And you know Graves is going to get good field position on this particular play, so they'll be operating more than likely in our territory after this punt.
Kick is up. A low kick hits out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
I don't know that should be a penalty. That just goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know about a free kick. I know a kickoff would be a penalty,
Yes,
but I'm not sure about a free kick.
We'll see what they decide on.
But they'll have that rule book handy. They can check on that one. That one also. They'll tell us about this one. Flag was thrown where the ball went out of bounds, so we'll see if it is a penalty.
I don't know that. I don't think you can have a penalty on this particular kind of punt.
This was the free kick after the safety by Graves County. And, of course, we jest with the referees. They are some good guys, and they do their very best out there. Would not belittling what they do by any means. It's a dead ball foul, they said. Ball will be placed. They gave up on the explanation, just told us where it's going to be. It's going to be first down, Graves County at the Caldwell County 45-yard line. Graves puts receivers on each side, but don't look for him to get it. Ball is to Harnett up the middle, tackle there by Dylan Gray. Not much of a gain. They might give him one on the play, but a nice play by Dylan Gray.
On the stop, Gray and Shear for the Tigers. 2nd and 8.
Caldwell County's probably going to start packing that line a little bit. I think with Trail and Jameer on the corners, they're not really worried about anybody getting past them two. Harnett in the backfield with Godley. Handoff again to Harnett. He goes left side. Not much air. Caldwell County's pursuit is good to the far sideline. He might pick up another yard.
Probably, maybe no gain.
Cole Baker on the tackle for Caldwell County. 3rd down, and we'll call it 3rd down and 8 for the Eagles.
3rd and about 8 for the Eagles.
Let's see if they change the formation. They've been in this formation all of this quarter, most of the second quarter, as Goatley brings his team to the line. He will put 2 receivers each side now. First time they've been out of the double tight end set in a while. Goatley drops back, looks down the field, passes complete at the 35, gets across the 30, and brought down at the 28-yard line. Pass completion. East and Van Hoosier on the tackle, but that completion picks up a first down for Graves County down to the Caldwell County 28-yard line. 6:05 left in the third quarter. Graves County with the player down right now. I'm not sure if it's a cramp at this point. Looks like what they're working is a cramp. So the players will come off field. Nice night for football tonight, Bob. We didn't talk about the weather much in the pregame, but a nice breeze here at Tiger Stadium, cool conditions. We saw a few cramps last week, much warmer night as Caldwell County and Christian County played. We saw several cramps later in the fourth quarter of that contest.
It is a perfect night for football, this being the last week in August. Dennis, nice breeze.
Players still down getting those cramps worked on. Want to remind everybody, we talked about it at halftime, Caldwell County Lady Tigers soccer coverage tomorrow morning. That game has been pushed back. The schedule says 10 o'clock. That game pushed back to 10:30 for the varsity start as the Lady Tigers take on Owensboro Apollo tomorrow morning.
And while we got a little break here, Dennis, let's mention some of our sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Bella Marie, Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas, Computer Consulting Services, HLS Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered Florist, Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Taco John's, Little Caesars, Cozy Living, the Gold and Diamond Outlet.
And Bob, that was Jake Mills on the ground for Graves County. He's up, ran off the field, so he's fine. Team's back on the field, 1st and 10 for Graves County at the 28-yard line. Goalie with the snap, looks far sideline. Now he's going to tuck and run. He's going to lose some yardage on that one. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
To the 29, a loss of 1
Keeper
yard
to
on
the
the play.
29, absolutely. Your loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Good job by that line. We got a little push that time. Got a little pressure on Goatley. He had to keep it and try to make something out of it. Could not do it. So it's 2nd down and 11 from the Tiger 29-yard line. Goatley in harder in the backfield. Back to the 2 tight end set. Ball on the ground. Goatley picks it up. He's going to have to try to run with it. Makes a little out of nothing. Cole Baker and Van Hoosier on the stop for Caldwell County. He gets it up to the 30 or to the 26-yard line, excuse me. 3rd down and long for Graves County.
Brings up 3rd and 8, pick up 3 yards on that play. And you'd almost think this would be a passing down unless they're going to probably go on 4th down deep in our territory.
They're down as much as they are, you think so. 2 receivers each side. Caldwell shows blitz. Goatley goes back. He's got some pressure over the middle. Incomplete, overthrown. He looked for number 4 and number 3 for Caldwell County on the coverage. That's Dylan Cavanaugh. Caldwell brought the blitz from the strong side. Goalie looked to the corner, but overthrew the receiver by about 3 yards. Looks like Goatley will keep the offense on the field for Graves County as they'll go for it on 4th down and 8. Nice coverage there by the Tigers. Dylan Cavanaugh, the coverage container on that play. 3 receivers set now for Graves County on the near side. 1 receiver far. Goalie fakes the handoff. Throws over the middle. This one's going to be incomplete at the 5. So a nice stand by Caldwell County as they get control back of that Graves offense. And the turnover on downs will give it to the Tigers. It'll be a Little Caesars 1st down to start this drive as Jaggers will bring the crew back out on the field. Ball will be spotted at the 26-yard line. 4:37 left in the 3rd quarter. Caldwell leads this one 21-2. Graves County's only points on a bad snap by Caldwell County out of the end zone. And if you're listening at home and haven't had supper, hot dogs half price at the concession stand, so come on out for supper in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers set to the near side, 1 to the far. Jaggers drops back, throws into coverage, incomplete. That was triple coverage. Looking for Jameer Riley. And Jaggers, for his size, has a good arm, Bob. He threw a bullet trying to thread the needle to Jameer Riley, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. 2 receivers each way. Dylan Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Now he's going to switch, put Jaggers on his left shoulder. Low snap, fakes a handoff to Gray. Swing pass back over to number 8. That's Newsom. Looked like a little face mask going on. I don't see a flag on the field. Newsom with the catch will bring it up to the 34-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards on that play.
And I think the coaching staff wondering where the face mask tackle was there. 3 receivers to the right for Joby. Handoff goes to Gray. He gets across the 35 to the 36. Be close to a 1st down. Appears to be by the spot, just about a half a yard short. And are they going to measure? Referees have stopped play. They're looking to the sideline. And they're going to call for a measurement.
Well, let's go on record again here, Dennis.
Bob, it looks just a little bit short.
It's one of those just like we had in that scrimmage. It's 1 inch either way, it looks like. Depends on how straight those yard lines are.
It'll be tempting for Caldwell County to go for it on 4th down. You're down to 3:46 left in the 3rd.
It looks like we might have it by an inch. We'll see here shortly.
Nice tough run by Dylan Gray, gets it up to this point. And it is a 1st down He had to get down really close to look. That was somewhere between the stripe on the end of the football and the nose. That one was good, but it is a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County with 3:46 left in the third quarter. We'll call this one from the Tiger 36-yard line. Oliver Parker, Jameer Riley across the field. Handoff is going to go up the middle.
That's Burden.
Burden,
Really
number
running
6.
hard.
Absolutely a hard run. Ball is going to be spotted right on the 40. About a 4-yard pickup for Burden. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. And I'm sure with this kind of lead, the Tigers wouldn't mind churning out about 4 yards of carry. Burden again gets up across the 45-yard line. We're going to spot him at the 46. That'll be close to another first down. Ball just across the 45, 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Burden's going to stay in the backfield with Jaggers. 3 receivers set to the right. Low snap. Handoff is to Burden. He's got the first down up near midfield. Good job by Jaggers to pick that ball up on the low snap and still make the handoff. Burden with the run out to the 49. It's a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County as this drive churns on with 2:44 left when they blow the whistle.
And we might want to start looking at running the clock a little bit here.
Another low snap. Jaggers with the quick pass over to complete to Newsom across the 45 to the 40 and pushed out of bounds. Looking for a flag. The coaching staff of Caldwell County looking for a flag for a late hit. I don't think any came out. But the completion is down to the 37-yard line.
12-yard pass play to Travis Newsom.
Now the Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Burden standing in that backfield. A little bit of rhythm here for the Caldwell County offense as Jaggers comes to the line. 3 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes a handoff, goes on a nice pass in and out of the hands. Pretty good coverage by Graves County, but that was a tight pass to Gabe East. East had a Graves County defender draped on his back as the ball got to him. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 for Caldwell County. Clock stops with 2:27 left in the third. Stay tuned to the end of the game for the Taco John's post-game report. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff is to Trail Riley. Turns the corner and gets back up. Maybe picks up a yard on the play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 36-yard line. Now Burden in the backfield. 2 receivers each side for Caldwell County. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Jaggers with the deep drop. Looks over the field. Throws incomplete through behind Jameer Riley just a little bit. Riley almost made the catch, but it goes off his fingertips, and it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Tigers. Looks like Coach Barnes electing to keep the offense on the field. And when you have a defense playing like the Tigers last week and again tonight, Bob, that can make that decision pretty easy. He's got a lot of confidence in that defensive side of the ball.
And if you punt it into the end zone, you're back at the 20, so you only lose, quote, 16 yards and a chance to pick up a first down.
Jaggers drops back, looks down the field. It's going to be complete, and I think it was enough for a first down. That was Parker, I think. Oliver Parker knew how much he needed. Made the stop and the turn. Jaggers delivered the ball on a dime.
And they're going to mark it at the 20.
Oh, that's not a favorable spot for the Tigers. I think they're going to call for another measurement. I thought he had it all the way down near the 25-yard line. Not a favorable spot at all for the Tigers. We're trying to look at a little delayed feed here on WPKYonline.com. Well, that's going back a little bit to Trail's run. So they spotted it, and we are short. So we'll have a turnover on downs by the Tigers. Bob, I thought Parker did a great job getting down to the spot that he needed. Turned around, the ball was delivered.
I would question the mark on that particular play.
And by about as much as we picked up a first down earlier, we missed, and the fourth down will give it over to Graves County. So the Eagles will take possession on their own 27-yard line. Wide receiver on each side of the field for Graves as they've gone mostly with the run. I'd say 90% run ever since late in the first quarter. Hand off to Harnett up the middle. Picks up some good yardage. Shy of a first down, but gets it up near the 35-yard line with 1:40 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Caldwell County still leading this one 21-2. Seven yards on the pickup by Harnett. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. Now they come 4 receivers. Caldwell shows blitz. They come up, hand off to Harnett. He's not going to get much. They're going to call his knee down, I think, and right just at the 35-yard line. Will Bashir on the tackle. Third down for Graves. We'll call it 3rd down and 3. Nice play by Bashir. Caldwell County brought the blitz on that one. Now Graves back with just Harnett. Goalie keeps it, looks up the middle. He's going to have enough for a first down as he pushes the ball out. It'll be marked right at the 40, maybe just across the 40-yard line. It'll be first down Graves County, but they're having to use a lot of clock to pick up these first downs. They'll stop it at 43 seconds left to move the chains and then wind it back up. Well, we'll call it the 41 or the 41-yard line for Graves as they'll send 3 receivers to the right now. Goalie with some pressure. Now he's going to run, and the loss is going to take him back on the tackle all the way back to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. Dylan Gray back there for Caldwell County along with, of course, Cole Baker. If you see a sack, you're going to see the usual suspects for Caldwell County. Cole Baker and Dylan Gray are probably going to be in the mix.
And Hunter Van Hooser somewhere close.
Yeah. And that's going to take us down to the end of the third quarter. So after 3, it's Caldwell County still leading this one. It's the Tigers 21, the Eagles 2. We'll be back for fourth quarter action in 1 minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Enjoy a great dinner with family and friends this weekend at Echo Charlie's at Eddy Creek Marina. Here are this weekend's specials at Echo Charlie's. Friday night, it's the T-bone steak, cooked just the way you like it. On Saturday night, it's grilled salmon. And on Sunday, it's the barbecue chicken flatbread pizza. Come on down and enjoy the Steve Webb Band on Saturday night. A full menu is at Echo Charlie's, sure to please the entire family. Come on out to Echo Charlie's and enjoy one of our specials this weekend and relax with a cold drink on our deck. A great dining experience and a relaxed atmosphere with a great view awaits you at Echo Charlie's at Eddy Creek Marina.
Have you or a loved one been discharged from the hospital but not quite recovered enough to go home? Caldwell Medical Center Swing Bed Program is the answer you are looking for. Caldwell Medical Center Swing Bed Program can help patients that are recovering from stroke, joint repair replacement, IV therapy, post-hospitalization pain management, wound or major surgery, acute physical or occupational therapy. Call 270-365-0300 to see if Caldwell Medical Center's Swing Bed Program is right for you. Caldwell Medical Center, located 100 Medical Center Drive in Princeton.
Back at Tiger Stadium to start this fourth quarter. Eagles take the snap. Goalie back to throw. It's complete at the 41-yard line. Nice coverage over there. Jameer Riley on the coverage, along with East. Not much on the throw. 3rd down and 10 for Graves County as they trail 21-2. 4 receivers wide for Graves County, 2 to each side. Goalie drops back. He's going to look down the right side. This one jump ball and almost intercepted by Trail Riley. It would have been a great catch, but he wants another shot at it. You could tell by the way he popped up on that one. 4th and 10 for the Eagles. And Bob, I think this is probably the last possession they'll even entertain punt, as they've got to get some offense going to even have a hope. The way Caldwell County's defense is standing up tonight, though, is just a repeat of last week against Christian County.
And you think they have to punt because 10 yards is a pretty decent running play for them to pick that up, and their passing attack. Quarterback now is 7 out of 22 tonight, 3 interceptions.
Caldwell comes for the block. They almost get there. He gets off a good punt. This one's going to be picked up by Trail at the 20, and a nice shoestring tackle. He's going to be down at the 18-yard line. You don't see a tackle like that on Trail Riley very often, but a nice play. When you give credit where credit's due, that was a nice tackle by Graves on the punt coverage. Caldwell County will start with a Little Caesars first down at the 18-yard line.
What we don't need down here, Dennis, are mistakes.
Yeah, you don't want turnovers. We actually got a little bit of rhythm on that last drive.
We actually had an 11-play drive.
Questionable spot cost us a turnover on downs as Parker looked like he had the first down, came up about half the length of a football short. Jaggers takes the handoff, is going to be, was that Gray? I think the pack is not moving much. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Dylan Gray with the handoff. And I'll say no gain on the play, or are they going to give him one? He did push the pile a little bit. He kept the legs turning. We'll give him one on the play, 2nd down and 9.
But what he succeeded in doing was keeping the clock running.
3 receivers to this side. He goes far side, in and out of the hands of Newsom, and fortunately not intercepted. Bounced off of Newsom and up past the defender for Graves County. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9, but the clock does stop with 10:41 left in the ball game. Burden's going to come in at halfback for Caldwell County. Gray will come out. 3 receivers set to the right for Jaggers. Jaggers with the keeper. Now he's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Newsom over the middle. Ball too low, and it'll bring up a quick 4th down for the Tigers. And that possession didn't chew up very much clock at all, as there's still 10:35 left here in the ball game. And Russ Bashir will come out for the Tigers. Graves sets 2 receivers back just inside the 50. Bashir with the kick. Didn't get much on it. Goes off his toe and dies. It's going to give Graves County great field position at the Caldwell County 36-yard line. I think he had the toe turned up a little bit too much, kind of hooked the ball. It went straight up and pretty much straight back down. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. First down for Graves County. Goatley and Harnett in the backfield. Now they do come out with 2 receivers to each side. I think they're sensing a little bit of urgency and an opportunity right here. Play clock ticks down to 14. Goatley takes it, drops back, has some pressure. Now looks down the far sideline. It's going to be, I think they're going to call it caught. I don't know how he got a foot down, but it's going to be marked at the 10-yard line. That actually was a catch. That was a great catch and a great throw by Goatley.
Mm-hmm.
First down for Graves County. Goatley in the backfield with Harnett. Now he's going to move Harnett to his left shoulder. Goatley keeps it, looks up the middle. He's not going anywhere there. A host of tacklers led by number 35, Will Bashir.
We called his name numerous times tonight. Be interesting to see what.
Yeah, another big game by Will Bashir. I think KHSAA credited all of his tackles to Russ Bashir on the website, but Will had a big night last Friday night against Christian County. So Harden in the backfield, 2 receivers each way. Goalie looks to take the snap. Snap is low. Goalie picks it up. Lob over the middle and touchdown, Graves County. Elliott with the catch for Graves County. Got behind Gabe East and caught that one in the back of the end zone. So Graves County's first touchdown of the night comes with 9:29 left in the ball game. Lead is at 21-8 right now. Graves goes for the point after as they are inside the 2-possession. And Caldwell County is going to go offsides on this one. And let's see if that changes Graves County's mind. They are going to bring out the offensive line back on. So then we'll go for the 2-point conversion after the penalty against the Tigers. What's that ball spotted for the kick at the 3, so this will go to the 1.5 yard line. They'll try to poke it in from there. Goatley back out on the field with Harned. It's just a matter of which one of those two is going to try to run this one. Snap is back. It's low. Harned looks, and he's going to throw for it and complete. Goatley's pass is complete for the 2-point conversion. So with 9:29 left in the ball game, it's Graves County up to 10 now. Caldwell County leads this one 21-10. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Tiger Stadium with 9:29 left in the ball game. Caldwell County leads this one 21-10. Caldwell scored 21, Bob, in about the first 6 minutes of the ball game. Nothing since. Graves with their first touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Tagged that along with a safety earlier in the second half, and that's the 10 points for Graves County.
We need to eat some clock here, even though we're still up by 11 points. We definitely need to eat some clock.
Yeah, you've got to do a little bit better. You don't want a 3 and out right here or a couple of incompletions that stop that clock.
Deep in our territory, which we were on that last possession, maybe we can get some decent field position on this kickoff. And we also have to be leery of the onside kick here.
And they're lined up for the onside kick. Graves County's number 86 coming in from the side. And he does do it. Let's see if Caldwell can recover it. This one's going to go out of bounds, I think. It's recovered or out of bounds by Caldwell County either way.
Should be a penalty.
I think it did go out of bounds. That was Ben Holt on that side tracking the ball. Well, let's see where this one goes out of bounds at and where they end up marking it. It was a line drive kick for an onside kick. I don't think usually you see the guys try to kick the top half of the football and maybe bounce it high, but that one made it to the second line of Caldwell County's offense. Ben Holt was on that far side ready to pick it up. Flag is picked up and Caldwell County will take over at their own 39-yard line. And Caldwell County will have 2 receivers each side. Graves County showed blitz at us. A handoff to Jameer Riley, gets up across the 45 to about the 47. Bob, it's a matter of just which Graves County player is going to blitz on just about each possession right now as they're sending somebody.
They brought the safety on that particular rush, but pick up of 8 yards by Jameer. Makes it a 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
3 receivers set to the near side. Handoff is to Jameer Riley. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard on the play.
He takes it to the 49-yard line.
They're going to spot it at the 49. 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers. Bob, this would be a big first down right here if they could keep this clock running for 4 more plays at least. Down to 8:43 left in the ball game.
Yes, it would be.
3rd down and a long 1 for the Tigers. 3 receivers near side. Jaggers with a little pitch to Jameer Riley. He's going to be tripped up for the loss. Play took a long time to develop. And by the time he got to Jameer, he had a little crowd in front of him. Loss on the play down to the 47-yard line for the Tigers. 4th down, and we'll call it a short 3 for the Tigers. And Caldwell looks to the sideline and see what play they're going to call for this one. And it's going to be the punt unit come on, as Coach Barnes is not going to take the chance here at midfield to give Graves County excellent field position. He's going to play a little field position strategy right here and hopefully pin Graves back inside their own 30.
Well, the play clock's not running.
7-5, that's what I was looking at. 7:43 left in the ball game right now.
And the game clock running. Game clock running, but the play clock's not.
And the whistles are going to call this one. Delay a game when the play clock wasn't even running. You pointed that out right off the bat, Bob. I'm sure the Tigers didn't even notice that the time was out. That one kept up on the field, though. The back judge called that one.
What that did was run off 25 seconds, so we'll take that.
Kick is up. Nice kick. The best one of the night for Bashir. It's going to bounce at the 28 and be downed at the 27-yard line. Nice kick by Bashir. He really got hold of that one a lot better than most of them tonight. So Graves County will come out. Caldwell County could have taken a chance, but if they hadn't have made it, Graves County would have picked up the possession inside Caldwell territory. This way the punt takes them all the way back to the 27-yard line.
And with momentum, too.
7:19 left in the ballgame. Caldwell clinging to the 21-10 lead. Graves County is going to come out with 2 receivers each way. Harded with Goldley in the backfield. Harded looks up. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going to be met at the 25-yard line.
Mitchell Harrelson had a bunch.
Mitchell Harrelson had
play on that one.
Yeah, he had an arm full of Goldley. I don't think he picked up any gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Good play by Harrelson. Caldwell County showing blitz by Burden. They back out of it. Pass is in and out of the hands. Wide open receiver actually at the 35, but he felt the footsteps of Hunter Van Hoosier headed his way. I think he wanted to run before he caught that ball. 3rd down for Graves County.
The classic case of running before you catch the ball, Dennis. Wide open.
Graves County quickly back to the line. 2 receivers each way. Big 3rd down play for the Tigers. Low snap. Goldley picks it up, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. That ball was on the ground. Incomplete at the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 10 for the Eagles. Big decision here for Graves County. Still 6:41 left in this ball game. Graves County has clawed back to make it a 2-possession game at this point. Looks like Goldley's keeping the offense on the field.
Game clock is arrested, but the play clock is down to 12 seconds as they work to get their play off.
Goldley in the backfield with Harded, 2 receivers each way. Another low snap. Goldley picks it up, looks down the field. This one's going to be tipped away and almost intercepted. Tipped by Hunter Van Hoosier, almost picked off on the play by Dylan Gray off the deflection. Hunter Van Hoosier's had a highlight film night tonight with 2 interceptions in the first quarter. and then tip that pass away. Caldwell County's going to take over on the turnover on downs. 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell County's going to get it at the Graves County 27-yard line. It'll be a Little Caesars first down to start this drive for Caldwell County.
Goalie tonight, Dennis, is 9 out of 26 with 3 interceptions, so the passing attack has come under heavy fire tonight.
Yeah, last week he threw for 405 and 3 touchdowns against Murray. Not so much tonight. Handoff is going to go to Gray. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They might give him the 30.
On the stop for the Eagles, number 15, Hunter Hancock.
Looked like almost a reverse wishbone set up by the Tigers. A different formation on that one, but didn't fool Graves County any. As Gray gets shoved back for a loss of 3 on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
We'll call it 2nd and 13. You've got Van Hoosier, Baker, and Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Trail Riley split to the far side. Jameer Riley near side. Caldwell County with ball protection going on right now. Handoff is to Gray. He's going to pick his way and a shoe holding tackle. He's going to lose another few yards on that one. Bob is going to mark that one back to the 32-yard line. Graves County may have called timeout to save a little clock on this one.
Clock is down to 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
They did blow the whistle, but I'm not sure why to stop the clock.
There is a timeout.
There is a timeout on the field. I think they're going to charge that one to Graves. Timeout Graves County on that one. 5.5 minutes, just over 5.5 minutes left here in the ball game as Caldwell faces a long 3rd down play. And they want to put some time back on the clock. 5:42 will be on the clock when the teams come back out on the field. Bob, I want to mention some of our sponsors tonight, and we are glad to have all these sponsors with us here for Tiger football. Bella Marie, nice folks down there. Stop in and visit them. Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas, Computer Consulting Services, HLS Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered Florist, Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Taco John's, Little Caesars, Cozy Living, and the Gold and Diamond Outlet. We appreciate all those guys joining us. And if you would like to be a part of Tiger Broadcast, there's still time. A lot of games left in the season. Give Ty Engelbright a call at the radio station. He'll set you up with a great package, and we'd love to have you on here on Tiger Football Broadcast. Teams back on the field as Tigers face 3rd down and long. Handoff is going to Burden. He bounces off one tackle, gets it back up to about the 31, but a hard-nosed run there by Burden.
Whistles continue to blow. Maybe they've Graves County stopped the clock again.
Caleb Burden with a tough run, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers. And Graves County is going to take the timeout. 5:38 back on the clock. As Graves trying to preserve a little bit of time, trailing this one 21-10. Bob Caldwell's tried a lot of things since that first quarter when they put up 21 points on the board before you could really blink. The defense has stood up really well throughout the night, only giving up the 1 touchdown here in the 4th quarter to go along with that safety on the bad snap by Caldwell near their own end zone.
The Tigers have really played an outstanding defensive game.
Yeah, they really showed up last week against Christian County, and they're kind of setting a pretty high bar early in the season on play you're going to expect night in and night out, or every Friday night at least.
And one of the things on their touchdown drive, they've really only had one nice pass play tonight, and that occurred on their touchdown drive, which was across the field from us, but for the kid to keep his foot in bounds under heavy pressure was a great move by him.
Yeah, that was great coverage and right on the sideline, so it was a good throw and good catch by Graves County. Bashir is out to punt. They'll try to pin Graves County deep in their own end. Bashir with the pooch kick. It's going to go out of bounds don't think we're going to gain a lot of yardage on that one, but no return by Graves. And let's see where they'll spot this one at. 24-yard line is where Graves County will take over this possession. Still a two-possession game, so if Caldwell's defense can make Graves, even if they do sustain a drive, make it lengthy. Graves County had to burn 2 timeouts on that last possession. So Bird will come out. He's got trip receivers to the far side, 2 this side. Empty backfield, rarity for Graves County. Passes down the field. It's intercepted. Trell Riley at the 50. He's back across the 40. The 30 has some room. And down near the 20-yard line. Goalie puts some air under that ball. Trell made a great catch, kind of twisted his body up, went up for it, able to pull it down near the 50-yard line, returned it all the way back down to the 20. Let's call it the 21-yard line.
29-yard return.
Good job by Riley.
And that may have sealed it for the Tigers.
Jaggers brings the offense out.
Goalie with 9 completions, 27 attempts, and 4 interceptions now.
That one a pretty big one by Caldwell's defense. Gives the ball back to the Tigers in great field position from the Graves 21-yard line. Jaggers takes a snap, little flip over to East, but East is going to lose a few yards on the play. Good pursuit by Graves County on that one. East unable to do much with it, and that's going to back it up to the 26-yard line. So a loss of 5 on the play is going to make it 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. Dylan Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. 3 receivers to the left. I think this is Parker on the near side. Caldwell's going to let that clock tick a little bit now in the game, try to use some of that clock up. Play clock down to 4. Handoff is to Gray. Gray gets through, never did hit his knee, keeps digging, and I think the forward progress is going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. The ball came loose, but it's going to be whistled dead at the 22-yard line. Gray did a good job there. He got through the line, down on his hands and feet, but the knee never touched. He was able to stand back up and push the line up to the 22-yard line. 4 minutes left in the ball game. Caldwell leads this one 21-10. Looking for their first win of the season to go 1-1 as they head to Hopkinsville next week.
Third down for the Tigers.
Third down and long still for the Tigers. 3rd and 12. Jaggers in the backfield. They'll let that play clock tick on down. 3:45 on the clock. 16 seconds left on the play clock. Two receivers each way. Jaggers takes the snap, looks down the field, throws, and incomplete. He was looking for Parker. Parker made a great attempt at the play, at the ball, but a little bit high even for Oliver. And that'll bring up 4th down, and Nichols will get another attempt. Nichols is going to try to make this a 14-point contest. He'll spot it at the 30. It'll be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Caldwell. Parker with the hold.
Nichols will attempt the field goal for the Tigers.
Nichols steps it off. Whistle blows, ready for the snap. Snap is back and down. Kick up and maybe. And just wide. No good on the attempt. So with 3:23 left in the ballgame, Graves County will take over. Caldwell still leads this one 21-10. Caldwell with 21 points inside about the first 6 minutes. Bob, that kick didn't miss by much. It looked like it had the distance by a couple of feet, but just a little bit wide to the left.
And so Graves County takes over at their 22-yard line.
Yeah, 22 because the kick went from the 30.
Yeah. I think they got the ball at the 24 maybe.
I think there's a flag on the play. Did they call a personal foul against Graves?
I'm not sure.
Little discussion down here on where they're going to mark it. I did see them point towards Graves.
That's what it looks like, Dennis. We're going to keep the ball.
Personal foul, roughing the snapper, 15-yard penalty, automatic.
Roughing the snapper. That's one you don't hear very much. Roughing the snapper, 15-yard penalty. And Graves has a small suitcase full of personal fouls tonight. But that play gives it back to Caldwell County.
They'll have to mark it at the 11. Yeah.
I think it is marked at the 11-yard line. So new life for the Caldwell offense on roughing the snapper call against Graves County. That's at least their third personal foul tonight.
Wonder what page of the rule book that's on.
They're going to have to get a new rule book tonight. Handoff up the middle to Gray. Picks up good yardage on that. Good hard run by Dylan Gray down to the 6-yard line. Clock ticking with 3:11 to go in the ball game. We're looking to pull the upset tonight. Graves County, the second straight 5A school Caldwell County has faced after a tough loss last week to Christian County. Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Two receivers each way for the Tigers from the 6. Snap is back. Jaggers looks to the corner. Now he's going to get some pressure. He's going to roll to his right. Complete to Gray at the 10. Gets across the 5 and dives down to about the 3-yard line. Good job by Jaggers to keep his composure there. And a good job by Gray to come back to the ball and get open. Knew his quarterback was under pressure, came back, was able to make the catch at the 3. Third down.
3rd and 2 from the 3. And the clock continues to run here.
Graves County burned some timeouts the last time Caldwell County had the ball, so they don't have a lot to work with. We're at 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Jaggers has 3 receivers far side, including East, Newsom, and Jameer Riley. His handoff is going to Gray, pushing the pile. He's down to about the 1. Good hard run. That's going to be close to a first down. Bob, it looks like they're going to mark it just shy of the 1-yard line.
Going to bring up 4th and maybe a short.
Just shy of the 1-yard line, brings up 4th and 1 for the
4th and 1 for the Tigers. And play still stopped on the field. 1:13 on the clock. Now the play clock running.
I think we'll run it down and call timeout, or I know we've got the timeouts to use.
10 seconds left on the play clock, 1:02 on the game clock. Jaggers takes it. Handoff is to Gray. Touchdown, Caldwell County. That'll seal it up. Good run by Dylan Gray. Puts it in the end zone for Caldwell County. And the lead pushes out 27-10. And we'll await the extra point. But a good job by Caldwell after they got the penalty, a roughing the snapper penalty on the punt. Able to capitalize on that penalty, and they'll go on the road next week at 1-1. First offensive points since the first quarter for the Tigers. Snap is back on the PAT. It's blocked. So with 55 seconds left in the ball game, Caldwell County leads this one 27-10. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Mobile deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back to Tiger Stadium as Caldwell County just put the nail in the coffin on this one. A 1-yard run by Dylan Gray moves Caldwell County out in front, 27-10, 55 seconds left in the ball game. Nichols to kick this one off. And Bob, they had the preseason predictions. I remember the headline in the paper, Caldwell predicted to go 6-4. This is one of those losses that was predicted against the 5A Graves County team. But Caldwell's going to leave Tiger Stadium with a big win tonight. All that's in jeopardy is the final score. The kick is fumbled by Graves County. They're able to recover, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from their 29-yard line. With this one in hand. Stay tuned after the game for the Taco John's post-game report coming your way. We'll have all of the game stats and a look ahead to next week and the trip to Hopkinsville. Stay tuned for that. That's the Taco John's post-game report coming up right after this. Graves County sets up. Goatley still at quarterback. 2 tight end set for Graves. Handoff is to Harnett. He's going to try to bounce it outside to the right. Gets up across the 30, the 35. Nice run out near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down around the 37. Let's call it the 38-yard line is where they'll mark that one. 2nd and short. 29 seconds left in the ball game. Clock starts back up. Graves County with a receiver on each side. 2nd and 1 for Graves. Snap is back, handoff to Harnett up the middle. He breaks it loose up across the 50. He's got some room, 45, down to the 40, and to the 38-yard line. Good run there by Harnett. Some new players in for the Tigers. That was number 14, Isaiah Treadwell, a sophomore, in on the action. Also number 7, Jamarius Blaine, another sophomore. Number 15, Ben Holt, also in the ball game, and linebacker for the Tigers. Graves takes a handoff. He's across the 30, gets to the outside, got some speed. That's number 3 for Graves County. Puts a bump on, goes outside and out of bounds. He'll be near the 15-yard line, but that'll be it as the clock ticks down to zeros and Caldwell County wins this one. The final from Tiger Stadium, it was Caldwell County 27, Graves County 10. We'll be back with the Taco John's postgame report in 3 minutes. Stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
The dog days of summer have arrived, but at Fredonia Valley Bank, the weather does not slow us down. We are continually finding ways to make your banking easy and accessible through mobile banking, internet banking, phone transfers, and even more. So yes, you can beat the heat with the touch of your fingertips. We love seeing our customers, but when it's this hot out, you may find modern technology the way to take care of your finances and free up your valuable time. Come by today and let Fredonia Valley Bank introduce you to some of our new banking products, and let us show you how your money can work for you. Fredonia Valley Bank, 602 Cassidy Avenue in Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street in Edibles. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Tepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Portner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Portner Gas is offering specials on propane. Portner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Portner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agriculture propane needs. Portner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County wins this one 27-10 over Graves County. Welcome to the Taco John's post-game show. Taco John's of Princeton is announcing a new promotion for Taco Tuesdays. In addition to the normal 89-cent hard shell promotion, they are now offering 99-cent soft shell tacos. So stop by Taco John's on US 62 West and catch a deal every week on Taco Tuesday. That's 89-cent hard shell and 99-cent soft shells every Tuesday from open to close at Taco John's of Princeton. And Bob and I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the contest. It's worth the drive to Taco John's to see the beautiful tiger painting out there that says Tiger Pride right on the front of the store. So drive by, check that out, and pick up some great food, especially on Tuesday with Taco Tuesday. Big night for Caldwell County here as they go 1-1 on the season. A win over 5A Graves County, 27-10. For all intents and purposes, kind of wrapped this one up early in the first quarter, put 21 points on the board with some spectacular individual play. Defense came in, made that stand up. Graves able to put an offensive touchdown on the board in the fourth quarter, but not much more than that. As Caldwell tacks on a touchdown late, seals this one away for a 27-10 lead. And they'll take a little momentum into a trip to Hopkinsville next Friday night as we'll go to the Stadium of Champions for the ball game next Friday night. Bob will have all the stats coming up here in just a little bit.
Get the fans blowing my stuff around here.
Okay. And we'll have that going on.
And we're just about
Friday
here.
night. And Bob, you just give me the signal when you're ready. Big night for the Tigers.
I had to turn the fan off here. I was about to lose my papers out there.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a draft. The wind, actually, you could feel it late in that second half, really starting to pick up a little bit. I don't think it affected the game, but it made it for a nice night for a big crowd here at Tiger Stadium. And, John Miller on control. That's right, we did not mention the new kid on the block, John Miller, on controls for the radio station tonight. Great job, John, on that. We think we did a pretty good job getting the commercials fired and the length of them, so good job tonight on that, John Miller with WPKY. Ty up here on controls tonight is Darren a little bit under the weather. Ty ran the live stream tonight, helped us out up here in the booth, and we wish him well as he gets well and be back next week for the trip to Hopkinsville. Stadium of Champions will be the site next week. Bob will talk to Coach Barnes. We'll have that at 6 o'clock next Friday night. The pregame show will get underway at 6:30. Kickoff from the Stadium of Champions will come your way at 7 o'clock as the Tigers take on Hoptown and a new coach over there. We'll see what they do. They had a big game tonight. We didn't mention it in the pregame, but I haven't seen any scores so far, but it was Hoptown and Mayfield playing tonight, so that was going to be a good game. I'm not sure if that was at the Stadium of Champions also, but a big test for Hopkinsville early in the season against still a strong 2A team, even though Mayfield's not ranked 1 or 2. It seems like an off year when you're ranked at number 5 for Mayfield, but that's where they came into tonight at. So that's who we'll have next week, the Hopkinsville Tigers at the Stadium of Champions. A reminder, tomorrow morning it's soccer action here on WPKY as the Caldwell County Lady Tigers take on Owensboro Apollo. Varsity kicks off at 10:30 tomorrow morning at Butler Stadium. We'll have coverage starting around 10:15 with Joe Mack and Jeff McDaniels, and then we'll be back on the air with Lady Tiger Soccer on Thursday night as the Lady Tigers will take on the Lady Eagles of Graves County. I'll be on the air with that one with Joe Mack on Thursday night. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff, and we'll have the pregame starting around 6:45 on Thursday night. 2 Lady Tiger soccer games being covered. WPKY with the live stream on both of those, so check those out tomorrow morning at 10:30, Thursday night at 7.
And Dennis, I do have the stats, but it's ironic. Caldwell County loses last week to Christian County 27-10, and by the same score tonight, we beat Graves County 27-10. So
you're right.
Kind of unique there. And looking at the stats, or let's go over the scoring in the second half. In the third quarter, Graves County gets on the board at the 7-minute 21-second mark when the snap goes over Joby Jaggers' head and out of the end zone. Graves County picks up a safety. In the fourth quarter, Elliott, a 10-yard pass from Goatley. The 2-point conversion was good. That at the 9-minute 29-second mark. And Graves trails at that point 21-10. The Tigers come back in the fourth quarter, and at the 55-second mark to go in the game, Bill and Gray on a 1-yard run. The PAT was no good. And Caldwell County at that particular time led 27-10, and that's how the final score turns out. For the Tigers, let's go over their stats. In the rushing department, Dylan Gray, 12 carries tonight for 24 yards. Joby Jaggers, 5 carries, -15. Jameer Riley, 8 carries for 9 yards. Caleb Burden, 5 carries for 17 yards. Russ Bashir, 1 carry for 13 yards. Trail Riley, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Gabe East, 1 carry for -5 yards. 33 carries by the Tigers tonight. Total of 44 yards on the ground. In the air tonight, Joby Jaggers, 15 of 27 with 1 interception for 94 yards. 99 yards. The catches tonight, Trail Riley, 2 catches for 17 yards. Jameer Riley, 3 catches for 14 yards. Travis Newsom, 5 catches for 33 yards. Oliver Parker, 2 catches for 32 yards. And Dylan Gray, 3 catches for 3 yards. Total of 99 yards through the air for the Tigers. And a net total offense tonight for the Tigers of 133 total yards. For Graves County. Graves County tonight, in the second half, they pick up through the air 51 yards. Their quarterback tonight did not have a good night at all. He was 9 of 27 through the air with 4 interceptions. So Graves County picking up 51 yards in the second half. Total through the air of 78 yards. In the second half, they rushed for 125 yards on 19 carries. A lot of that on that down long drive they had, and then the last they had 58 yards on their last 3 plays where Caldwell County had their reserves in. So net yards rushing for Graves County tonight, 157 yards on 36 carries. As I mentioned, 50 some of those coming in the last 3 carries of the game. Total net yards for Graves County, they outgained Caldwell County. They had 232 yards of 235 yards of net offense. Again, as we mentioned, 50 plus yards coming on the last 3 plays. But Caldwell County, all year long, we're going to have to depend on our defense, and it certainly did not let us down tonight, picking up 1 touchdown early in the game on a fumble return by Dylan Cavanaugh on a botched punt by Graves County, and we go with another short play drive and get on the boards and go up 14-0, and then Hunter Van Hoosier takes one in from basically 38-yard pass interception return, and all that coming in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. And from there, we didn't score until basically less than a minute to go in the game, but in control the whole night. They weren't going to move up and down the field on us due to our defense, and certainly Graves County passing game they had last week at Murray did not materialize tonight. The coverage in the secondary, obviously our secondary much better than Murray's secondary. So all in all, Dennis, a great win for the kids tonight. They go 1-1, and a win under your belt does wonders for your confidence.
I think we talked about in the pregame we were going to depend on the defense tonight. We were looking for improvements in the offense, and I think we got both. We got the defense coming up with some big plays in that first quarter, a couple of scores. The offense able to put some points on the board in the first quarter, and then move the ball at times tonight. We didn't have a lot of negative yardage out of the running game tonight, so a little bit of an improvement on that. But, Bob, gone are the days of the 50, 60, 70-point offensive outputs by this team. This is going to be a defensive season, at least early on. This defense is going to improve later as the season progresses, I'm sure. But right now, the crown jewel and the jewel in the crown is the defense for Caldwell County. They stood up again tonight. Really, Graves County out of it early, 21-0 down. They had a little life after it got to 21-10. They were moving the ball. They were running the ball pretty well with Harned and Goatley doing the lion's share of the carries. But the defense really played another spectacular game tonight. Big plays again. Hunter Van Hoosier. I mean, he's just he's the star, one of the stars of this defense, actually a defense with several stars when you start figuring Cole Baker and Bashir and the way Trail and Jameer shut down the passing game. This is a kid that threw for over 400 yards last week against Murray that went, 9 for 27 tonight.
With
so
4 interceptions. And,
a lot of that was the coverage downfield by the Rileys. So a good job by the defense, better job by the offense, adequate job. So
I would think our offense improved tonight, Dennis. I'll go along with that.
Yeah.
And I think we're finding out what we can do. And again, 5A opponents give you more athletes to play against, bigger opponents. Graves County was certainly that tonight. We go against probably Hopkinsville, noted for their quickness and speed. So we're back into the pit again, so to speak, where maybe our defensive pressure, maybe their quarterback, their offensive line not as big as Graves, and we can get some pressure on the quarterback. We really never did pressure Goatley that much tonight.
No, not a lot on it, but the coverage downfield was good. We forced him into a lot of mistakes without necessarily putting him on the ground. But, Bob, taking a look at this schedule, we go on the road next week to Hopkinsville, and the next 3 weeks, actually, we're on the road. Hopkinsville, Crittenden County, Henderson County, before we're back here September 22nd against Tillman, and then 2 more road games after that. So 5 of the next 6 games on the road for these Tigers. We'll have all the coverage here on WPKY as we go to start out with Hopkinsville next week at the Stadium of Champions. But a big test, a tough schedule for the Tigers as they go into Hoptown. They've got a new coach over there and a well-known coach that's trying to turn things around and get it in the right direction a little bit for Hopkinsville. So
who will be on the Gator DT show this upcoming Friday?
What a
Craig we're
segue.
talking about. And Curtis Higgins, who's another coach in the area, back on the Hopkinsville staff. So
right.
We invite you to tune in to the Gator.
So there we go, back on here. So a little technical difficulties, but yeah, the Coach Barnes Saturday morning quarterback tomorrow morning with Bob and Coach Barnes and a sorted guest that may pop in through the season. So that'll be coming up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, 103.3 The Tiger for that. And then next Friday night at Hopkinsville for a big game with the Tigers. So, Bob, any closing thoughts?
No, other than the fact that we go to our record now being 1-1, a win always brings a lot of confidence. I'm sure that'll be a great week of practice coming up for these kids, and the dominance that they showed tonight over a pretty decent opponent who just ran roughshod or passed roughshod over Murray last Friday night has to be a motivating factor, and we know we can win now against some really tough opponents that, as you mentioned, we were not expected to get this one in the win column early on in the season, and we did, and that can't be taken away from us.
So a big win tonight for the Tigers here at Tiger Stadium. It was Caldwell County 27 and Graves County 10. This has been the Taco John's postgame report. Taco John's of Princeton has a great new promotion for Taco Tuesdays, the ever-famous Taco Tuesdays. In addition to the normal 89-cent hard shells, they now offer 99-cent soft shell tacos on Taco Tuesday. So stop by Taco John's on US 62 West. Catch a deal every week on Taco Tuesday. Again, 89-cent hard shells, 99-cent soft shells every Tuesday, open to close at Taco John's of Princeton. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, the final here, Caldwell County 27, Graves County 10. For Ty Englebright, Bob Hayes, John Miller back at the station, I'm Dennis Stevens. We'll see you next Friday night from Hopkinsville. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Tiger Football on your hometown radio station, 103.3 FM, The Tiger. Sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Echo Trolleys at Eddie Creek Marina, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Fredonia Valley Bank, Kennywell Electric, Planners Bank, High Shoes Incorporated, Fortner Gas Company, KSC A&M